I want a sandwich. Now. Oh, sandwich wench. Yo, wench. Sandwich. Now. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. Sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench. I want a sandwich. Sandwich. Hello everyone, welcome to another, well this would be called the Cthulhu Kin and Friend Show. We decided to rename it Not Worth a Cork. Hello everyone, it is I, Barman Meg, joined by 34-year-old bottle Dave, Dr. Dave, who's 34 forever.
Apparently immortalised in whiskey form, I am forevermore 34.
How are you, Dave?
I'm good.
Yeah,
How are you,
good.
Meg?
I mean, I ate some fantastic steak earlier.
This is very true.
I have been well fed and watered. I am a very happy chappy. We've even saved some for later. Those who are viewing, don't forget to smash like. Hope you enjoy. We are doing a bit of a sampling of all the bottles you see on the screen, in the centre screen that is, because I asked Dave, for a set, and I thought Glenlivet'S a good idea, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So Glenlivet is a bit of a favourite of his, one of them anyway. It's one of those he has a decent collection of. Now we didn't bring all of them up because I have two anyway. I had one. I thought we had the other one, but it turns out no. Actually, technically I had three, but one got, unfortunately, it was destroyed by an idiot. Mm-hmm. But we have a selection, as you see, of 5 different Glenlivet'S, which I thought Dave could talk a bit about, go through the tasting notes, why he likes Glenlivet. I thought that'd be a great question, but also because on August the 2nd, it was Mr. Bay of Dave's birthday.
It was indeed.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You didn't get any presents though, did you?
No.
Good. to be fair,
it was definitely a letdown after last year.
Last year, for those who don't know, I gave David his very first birthday whiskey because you didn't really do it before then, did you? I acquired from a lot of people 8 different bottles of Irish whiskey, and Dave picked his preferred one, and that became the birthday whiskey. And it was coincidental that was the one I bought him.
The 5-year-old Pierce single malt.
Would you like the good news, or do you like the better news?
Well, if there's no bad news,
I mean, it could be shit news, depending on how you interpret this.
Fair enough.
Would you like good news?
Go on.
Okay. Well, the good news is over on our Instagram, we now have 20 followers. If you're new to our channel, please follow us there. But the better news is something else entirely. Would Dave like it?
Yes, but David just noticed Talisker Storm. We've had that. We can take that one off.
I have not.
Didn't you?
No. Maybe.
Yeah, because we did the thing where we sampled the things. You had the Balvenie.
Yeah.
We did that. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We tried the Taliskers.
No, that was I did. But I tried Balvenie. You tried Jameson's Stout.
Yeah, but we did the Taliskers because we had one of each.
I have Sky and you have Storm.
Yeah, we tried them to remember
we?
which one I did and didn't like.
I don't remember
We
that.
had samples. I think.
Okay. For
Sorry.
this, Dave needs to now close his eyes.
Free ships. Which was the free ships?
That was African. It was standard.
It was. Free ships 5 or 10. I mean, I'll flick through the book.
Before you continue,
reverting my-
I need you to put the book down
Oh, okay.
and close your eyes.
The owner, help me! I'm scared.
Shut up. Close your eyes.
Do I put my hands out like last year?
Yes.
Am I going to be covered by
Keep
a
your eyes
blanket?
there and do not open them.
No, they are firmly closed. Do not worry.
Do not look at the screen. On the screen, for everyone on the stream, you can see David's birthday present.
David is 100%, as you can see, eyes closed.
Sure. I can see your nice crown. Hold your hand out. Do not open your eyes.
No.
So on the screen, you see something Dave has never had. Dave might not want to open either because it's limited edition. It is something from me, my sisters, and from Leona.
Oh.
It is quite rare. In fact, there are two versions. No, she wants a blowjob. There were two versions of this, and I asked David for a reason about this because I gave him a choice. Last month, I said to him, what is your favourite? And I gave him a list of whiskies, and he chose one. So I went and acquired one from the very distillery we are doing a stream on. One that is rare, and I doubt you've had. You may now open your eyes and open the bag. Don't look at the screen, look at the bag. Open the bag only, or you will get 35 birthday beats.
I got those the other night. It was hilarious.
Oh, you get them from me instead, and I'll load them.
She did all 35. The last one she did, tried to do hard, tried to run away, and I bundled her under a duvet and suffocated her.
The fun thing about this box is it triggers the chat, because it's off-center. Turn it round.
Dad, why is it like that?
Because that was the original print. They originally printed boxes off-center.
The licensed dram.
It was meant to be the illicit dram, but they sold out of it before I could get to it.
Well, that's still
But
cool.
this is the second part in the series. Have you ever had it?
No.
Have you ever seen it?
Only that they sell it.
Have you looked at the bottle yet?
No.
Open the box and look at the bottle, David. He's gone silent because he's like, oh no.
Tell you a Glenlivet moment. It's not in the bag.
No, it isn't, but it's a very...
Oh, that's a chunky bottle.
That is a different bottle, isn't it?
That's very bottom
Has
heavy.
a nice label on it as well. But that is your birthday gift, and therefore, because you haven't got any other, it's your official birthday whiskey. Get wrecked, bitch.
Thank you.
You know what that means?
Does that mean we've now got a sixth whiskey to do on stream?
It's why I was so happy you didn't bring the Caribbean one, because I was like, oh shit, we're gonna have problems. I don't want to. I don't necessarily mind doing 9 shots again, but it's a bit risky. No, but it's up to you. That is yours. It's your birthday drink.
Well, the pierce is open. So.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I have been holding on to that all week, and believe it or not, you, no lie, I actually updated the thumbnail, but I had to take it off so you never noticed. But fun fact, you actually you rubbed your hand against that whenever you went near the swag bag. Because it was right next to it the whole time. It was literally right next to it the whole time. And it wasn't in the bag either. You've been touching it the whole time. I thought it was quite funny because much like with the Johnny Walker, you were trying to the triple cask.
Yeah.
Where you were worried I was going to buy a bottle. I was a little bit worried you might open that and or knock it and realise it was there. But yeah, no. Happy birthday. Hello everyone in the chat, especially the triggered, i.e. Yempi and Leona. It's weird having Meg act all top. I mean, there's that. What does that mean? We're sweet Amish.
Nice, I think.
Very well. Well, anyway, that is your drink. Basically, when you all went on holiday,
Yeah.
I had to redo the thumbnail, didn't I?
Yeah.
I redid it with that in it,
Yeah.
which I'll upload after the stream. But also, I then did that photo because I wanted to use it. But we'll come back here. There we go. So I figured we'll start with something simple. Why do you like Glenlivet, Dave?
They're just really nice. They're really easy to drink. Very smooth. And there's just a nice flavour to them. In general, I mean, the 12, I've had a bottle of 12 for as long as...
Yours is a very elaborate 12.
Yeah, it's a very fancy box.
Did you find that box on purpose, or was it just
That's just what it was in.
Where'd you get it from?
Probably Asda.
Oh, god damn it.
I've had that a long time, that box.
That is it. So, for those to understand, his box...
refilled, that bottle.
His box, yeah, I could tell. His box isn't a standard Glenlivet 12, like, simple card box. No, his has 2 buttons on the side you push to flip open.
Thank you to those in chat saying happy birthday. I do appreciate it.
Yes, that's very kind of you all. Very nice. Well, the fun thing about all this, the Glenlivet is we have I'll go here. Yeah, we'll go here. I don't have much experience with a few of these, but Dave's bottles are the 12, 15, 18. Yeah. He has more. He has Nadura. You have
Founders.
You have Caribbean as well.
I have Caribbean. I have the Distiller's Reserve.
Well, Dave now has
select batch.
How many? So you have as many different bottles of Glenlivet as you do Penderyn then? 7, yeah. Now 8. which means you've got more Glenlivet.
1, 2, 3, 4. Caribbean's 5.
Founders. Distillers 6. Nadura 7.
Nadura 7. Yeah, that's my 8th.
So his second largest collection is officially now back to where it should be in Glenlivet.
Yes.
Because his Penderyn recently overtook that.
Yes, Penderyn suffered a bosh.
Oh, well, no, it equaled it, didn't it? Yeah. Remember, like world titles like snooker or something. Yeah. So his 15 is brand new because he has finished that. I know nothing of the French beyond it being French oak. The tasting notes looked interesting because you've got them on the box. I've seen the Master of Malt ones. They don't, although I didn't pull them up for this. I did for the Founders, because I thought it'd be funny just to show you the comparison. But I thought that was something interesting to consider.
Well, we can always find them if needed.
Get your phone out and just be like, all right, then I'll read them to you. It's not that bad. If anyone in the chat, by the way, knows something about Glenlivet, do share with us. We'd love to know. I found it fascinating that for a half-size bottle, I think it was Founders Reserve, it costs as much as it does for us to get a full-size bottle here in America. I think it was Leona. To get a half-size bottle of Founders was as much as it cost us to get a standard bottle here.
Nice.
I was like, but that's the entry level.
Yeah.
And it's still better than a lot of other entry levels.
And also, for those who are new here or who have maybe were here and remembered, there is a certain phrase that we now have, which we also now wearing on our official stream t-shirts.
Oh God, yeah.
Meg's dad very kindly commissioned a couple of these t-shirts for us.
For a friend of his, yeah.
From the quote that was a few streams back now.
Yeah.
Not worth a cork, screw cap at best.
Although that wasn't the full quote, but we'll allow it.
Yeah.
I said screw top at best.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't mind. A cap makes more sense to screw. It's a screw top at best. It's is missing, but I actually don't mind it. It's lovely.
Yeah.
I did put it on some merch on Teespring. By all means, go waste a huge amount of money knowing I won't get any of it because Teespring are a bit expensive.
And please do join us on our Not Worth a Cork Instagram page, where
Yes.
we'll slowly post more.
I think we've got 21 followers now. Yeah, Dave's got another photo going up soon, by the way. Official stream chats, yeah.
No, she wants a pic of the official uniform.
No, you have to pay for it. It's an only Fupa thing, only booze thing. Dave's not going to show you nipples unless you pay extra. So the fun thing about the whiskies that we've got today, the 5 normal ones anyway, is that the Captain's Reserve I purchased because I thought Dave already had it. I misunderstood him when he said distillers. And so I've ended up getting one that neither of us have tried and know nothing of. And the added bonus is it's a type of cask finish that neither of us have had. So we have a really nice array because they're not all...
Just a trigger.
That'll do. None of them are finished the same, which is even better. The only thing we won't have here is a like a peated version because we did Nadura before. It's good. It is good.
Yes, we did. The
But-
cask strength, didn't we?
Yes, but it's also very hard to get that. You can't get that batch anymore. So I don't really want to, for Dave's collection, I don't want to keep bringing back his ones that are quite rare, you know? If that makes sense? Take liberties, yeah? So we will, when we start going from left to right, Founders Reserve will be first. We do have tasting notes. We've had a glass before. I bought this bottle when I got my first ever YouTube payment. Not heavy but rarely light. Yeah, it's got a nice smoothness to it. I found that, yeah. But I bought the Founders Reserve and Dave's acquired the others. I've had a couple glasses of his 18 though, when he was ill.
Yeah.
He disappeared and I carried on watching James Bond, I think.
Yes, you're watching Bond.
And I was just watching, I was just drinking your stuff. It was good.
Yeah.
Helped me sleep, you know. I don't sleep very well at other people's places. Like yours, I legit can't sleep. It's really strange. I get really sleepy and I lay down like, no, we ain't going anywhere. So hello everyone. Hope you're well. Don't forget to smash the like. It really helps the channel.
Yes, please do like, follow, share, subscribe, all
Absolutely.
of the things.
All the-
Join as a channel member.
Yes, absolutely. All the gubbins. And donate to the coffee to help me get the Glenmorangie Amontillado whiskey for research purposes.
Yes, very, very important research purpose.
Absolutely. I've not had an Amontillado finish. Should we start then with our pretentiousness for the evening? Because we have the nosing glasses. We have...
With the caps.
Oh, of course. Yeah, we're going to keep the smell in. Dave is the designated pourer because he doesn't know how to use a jigger. And we also have a pipette. Just, you never know. One of the others might be interesting enough. What's Dave pulled the book out for now?
Sorry, I just remembered I was doing the free chips, wasn't I, before?
Oh, he was. So, for those who don't know,
to,
there is a book that exists called 1001 Whiskies you have to try. Thing is, we have different versions, and his version
Hello,
we haven't had it yet.
I have.
Yeah, but I can't tick it off in there, can I?
It was that. Free chips, 10-year-old.
I'll take your word for it. Anyway, yes, thanks for shilling the stuff, Leon. I appreciate that. For free, it's a side piece agreement, is it? Oh, interesting.
Well, if she checks her DM, she'll find some.
Yeah, go have a good wank. Anyway, we're going to start with Glenlivet Founders Reserve. Now, my picture, as you see here, this one came in a lock-it-in. So mine, like his 12, is a bit unique. A lock-it-in. I couldn't fit David's in fully, by the way. The images are too big. Even when I reduced them, they were too narrow then. And I was like, I can't put the box in. I felt so bad because they look so good. Yes, this one comes from my collection. Well, I say collection, just it's and it's basically the starting point for Glenlivet.
To be fair, the colouring on the tin, it would more suit the 15, wouldn't it?
It does. Well, I'm not going to try and steal you 15 off you, though, buddy.
Oh, I was thinking I would steal your tin.
Lol. Good luck with that. You end up getting smacked with a guitar. Let's see.
Just check the DMs and chill out, the owner.
2 fingers. Now, we're going to start with this because, again, entry point, but also because the quality really does go up with the age statements. This doesn't have an age statement. Dave has mentioned before on my main channel where I did an anniversary stream. Yeah. He doesn't like the name Founders Reserve because he thinks it's misleading. I went on the Glenlivet website recently and found out that actually it actually has some merit based on history as opposed to it coming from the Founders Reserve, which is it's a bit clickbaity in name, but actually makes more sense once you realise it's based on original recipe, which I like. I think that's good. At least they found a way to honour the tradition. Yeah. Still feels it's slightly off, but slightly misleading, but it's not as bad when you know that.
Yeah.
Oh, the Captain's Reserve is an interesting one because I would have thought that'd be rum cask.
The Captain. We're talking How I Met Your Mother. Captain.
Yeah. If you've watched How I Met Your Mother, you know that. Meg, you nasty.
And yes, that is a pop culture reference from Meg.
And then he Meg, without any alcohol in the system, butchered the smile to I think. He's smiling over the top and then, yes, it didn't quite work. Anyway, Pora, would you like to start?
Oh, I suspect we can.
We're 19 minutes in. I believe we owe the audience a beverage. This will be a very easy one to consume. The only ones we don't know for certain, well, we both know we won't know, is the oh, hello, we've got cork popping. Ah,
oh,
nice. Is the Captain's Reserve and now the licensed Dram birthday whiskey. But of course, that is Dave's. If he doesn't want to open it, that's up to him. Depends how we feel after 5 drinks. But also we have the boxes which have the tasting notes, and we're going to. But with this one, we're actually going to compare it because we actually have the tasting notes from Master of Malt as well. Founders is minimum years. I think it is actually, yes. But also it's based on original recipe, which idea. But what are you doing?
Defoiling.
Don't defoil my bottle. Don't dishonour my bottle by removing its foil. You're taking its pure innocence away. We're above them tings.
Pre-soaking the jigger.
Oh, good man. Right, we'll leave that for a moment. Yes. Minimum 3 years, though. Yes. Hello, Angus. Hope you're well. Hello, everyone in the chat. Don't forget to smash the like. It really helps us here. But yes, we have a box with tasting notes. Dave is going to read them to you if he wants to.
Yep.
Okay. Microphone's yours.
Do you just want literally the tasting notes?
Yeah, because we've got Master of Malt as well.
Okay. So, colour, pale gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nose, delicate aromas of citrus fruit, notably sweet orange.
Should we try that?
We could stick our noses in. We could introduce ourselves to
Hello.
whiskey. Oh, yeah, okay, yes. There's definitely some fruit in that.
Yeah, there is. Bit of citrus. I can smell that. Yeah. It's all right. You take your time with these ones, even though the name is misleading. It's still really nice on the nose. What is the palate? We're not going to do the palate yet, but do read them.
Yeah, so on the palate, sweet fruit notes of zesty oranges and pears, with a hint of candy, toffee apples, well balanced and exceptionally smooth.
It is smooth.
And the finish is long, creamy, and smooth.
Oh, we like a long, creamy finish, don't we? Quay. Says the man who was eating meat off a bone earlier.
This is very true.
I do like a nice meaty bone.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull up the tasting notes from Master Malt.
Right.
That one. This is a bit different. Glenlivet Founders.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's a bit more detailed.
Yes. We'll get to that in a moment. Perhaps we should have a little taste. Even though
the nose.
it says there for some dates some dates then what at first appeared to be a touch of salinity, but is better described as a slightly sharp plum and apricot wine note. There's orange zest, toffee, hints of struck match, chocolate raisins. But before this starts to sound sherried, there's also pear drops, a dusting of sweet cinnamon, honeysuckle, and sweet pea. This is not a sherried finish.
No. I'm intrigued to see if I can get some burnt match.
I still have steak on my fingers. It's making the smell a bit contaminated. Dave's having a very, very big sniff.
There is something a little bit.
It's like he's holding it on his nose to see how long, counting the seconds for every year with a sniff. Do you want to subject a drink to a sniff test based on seconds? I'd like to see you do a 12-second sniff.
There's something a bit like. Well, I suppose the burnt match. Something a bit of a char, a sort of.
I've never noticed it before.
You have a really deep sniff. It does.
I'm not used to deep sniffs, everyone.
Yeah, possibly some salinity.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Cleared my nostrils out.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. That was all right. All right. Well, I'll have a little taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's so smooth. That is so smooth. It's really irritating because I've yet to encounter one of theirs that I would consider inherently having a negative quality. I don't find it yet. I really don't, and it annoys me. Additional question: You've got other livets. You've got distillers, yeah?
Yeah.
Have you ever opened it?
No.
Why not?
It's worth quite a bit.
Sweet. When you go,
you can't buy it now, so it's going up in value.
Oh, I forgot to say the bad news.
Okay.
I licked that bottle.
I was kind of expecting that.
Expect a DM later. Yes.
Did you get all the kids to lick it as well, like last time?
Nah, that'd have been a fun photo frame. You have a little collection, a collage of last year, and each of them getting a year older. It's when you get to their teenage years and they're like, I ain't licking that, uncle. Lick it or I'm going to punch you. The grumpiest. Oh.
I'm sure if you tell the oldest one it's for me, she'll lick it.
I'm sure she would, but still. Squidtopus doesn't have fingers. I have tentacle fingers. They're just... I busted a nail earlier. My finger hurts. Sorry, tentacle finger. You have to tilt your head back so far because of your nose.
Yeah, I do have a strangely disadvantageous approach to a nosing glass because I have a nose.
We used to run that joke for years because when you first bought nosing glasses, we realised you couldn't use them, and then so you end up using my St Andrews one.
Yeah.
And then you had your bigger ones anyway, and I was like, oh, okay, we'll use that then.
The Pandera one, which is bigger.
Because we had Master Malt ones, didn't we?
Yeah.
I miss my Master Malt one. I miss that one a lot.
Oh, blame Voodoo.
It was my favy because it's not here.
You sound like the younger least that lives
there. Yeah. I get that. I think this whiskey's delicious. It says on the palate, fruity then sweet, more toffee, a touch of anise. And then into milk chocolate, flakes, banoffee pie, and apple turnovers. There's a lot going on there, and I don't get half of that. Toffee, yes.
Yeah, toffee,
sweet, fruity,
maybe
yes.
The anise. something
slightly on the side of the tongue, only on the side of the tongue, but I'm not putting it on the side of my tongue knowingly. How do you have nails? Because I glue them on. They're fake, Orla. Yeah. I like to look fabulous. Did you not know?
You can't paint tentacles very easily, so you have to.
It's like finger painting. Yeah, just use PVA and slap your hand into a pot and put some nails in there. And we don't mean nails as in the ones you go on fingers. No, we mean like nails made of metal that hammered into things. Because I'm an edgy boy. The finish says perhaps a little sweet, but it would work well with ice where the sweetness would be slightly suppressed. And before you shudder with disgust, Alan Winchester said he liked his with a little ice sometimes too. And if it's good enough for the master distiller, ... then he should be shot. We're the Neat Whisky.
We do have the bullets if required for chilling.
We are the Neat Whisky Club. We do not partake in this blasphemy. It's fantastic, though. I really like that.
It is a nice whiskey.
Yeah.
It's obviously, I think my initial issue with it was that it was called the Founder's Reserve, and although it is nice, I was expecting probably something a bit more special.
So, what would you call it instead if you took Founder's Reserve out of it? If you don't mind me asking, it's a reserve of something.
Original, I don't know.
I mean, it could be actually to be
original
fair.
Recipe,
like Glenmorangie, the 10 is called the original.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's not trademarked by them, Glenlivet the original, that actually works. But I think it might be done for plagiarism. I think people would say that's copy. Maybe Founder. It makes more sense. It's because they do the reserve thing on a few things.
Founder's Recipe maybe rather than Founder's Reserve, because Founder's Recipe makes it sound like it's based off a recipe from rather than a reserve, which sounds like a
I think that's a very good point. I think also the process as well as part
Reserve
of it.
Sounds like it's a very unique.
Well, I think about this though. They've got Distiller's Reserve, Captain's Reserve, Rum Cask Reserve. I think they're keeping it in theme.
Yeah.
So it makes some sense. I think that makes sense. Also, the newer series is called Dram series.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a dram.
No.
But I like the name. I like the bottle. Actually, to be fair, the new bottle he has for his birthday here looks very similar to the old Pulteney bottle. It's also he's just realised
the height is significantly in.
Yeah, but my Captain's Reserve is shorter as well.
Yeah.
And also, I think my also that was the tallest.
Same as the E15.
Yeah, but it's still tall. He likes a nice long box. Hello, everyone that's joining. We do appreciate you being here. There's one other thing we noticed when we did my anniversary stream where I discovered it's an amazing shot. We are 28 minutes in and we haven't finished the glass. We do need to move up in the world a little bit.
We only have 5 more to drink.
Only.
That's going to be at least a 4-hour stream, isn't it?
2.5, 3 hours, yeah. I'm okay with that because we can talk to the chat as well. If you guys have any questions about the whiskies, especially, not some random trolling, mostly just Tempe and Leona then. If you have any questions about the whiskey, please ask because we'd love to know. There's one thing I found fascinating recently about Glenlivet that many other boxes don't do, and that is that they tell you the colour of the whiskey. Many don't do that.
No, a lot of them don't, do they?
They don't. But also, I just want to point out the your licensed dram looks like the Pulteney bottle a little bit.
It does, yeah.
Short, stout, very interesting neck.
And a bit like, is it the Ardbeg as well?
Ardbeg, yeah.
That sort of shape.
I think, yeah, it's a very similar shape, and I like that.
It also doesn't have the
embossing coin. So that's not for those to understand. Can I go back? No. Oh. I'll do it. Yeah. On the bottles here, you see a coin embossing near the neck, yeah? The new bottle doesn't have it. So it's kind of a naked bottle. Sorry, I have everything chroma keyed.
It doesn't have its bling.
It's not chroma keyed, keyed in. It doesn't have the bling, yeah, but that's all right. Because it looks like it's more of like a smuggler bottle, doesn't it? Like a legal thing.
Yeah.
Because that's basically the first one's illicit dram. And that sort of gives off the impression of something very different. That's why I wanted to get that one. And then I saw this and thought, well, I can't get the illicit one, can I? Because I was going to get both if I could.
Yeah.
I guess you only have to have one bottle of whiskey this year. Also, you get a nice array. It was even... Right, so the fun thing is, I originally put to you... So for those who don't know, I'd said to you, Talisker, Penderyn, or Glenlivet.
Yeah.
And you chose Glenlivet. If you'd chosen Talisker, I would have gotten you Port Ree. Which is, no lie, Port Ree is port Ruighe, but it's
Yeah.
pronounced Ree. We could actually harmonise that at another time and play it to I'm No Superman on a ukulele.
And a harmonica.
Obviously, I've got a harmonica over there. Yeah, it's behind
You
the
do
Game Boy. Yeah,
Yes, you do indeed.
we do. But yeah, he chose Glenlivet. If he'd chosen Talisker, it would have been Port Ree. If you chose Penderyn, it would have been the cask strength one.
Okay.
But then I would have made a joke because the first year it was Pierce. Then it would have been Penderyn,
Yeah.
which would have meant I would have given you my PP,
You're giving me 2 P's. Yeah.
and you would have had my PP, which means PowerPoints, of course.
Whereas this one is parental guidance, so we're right.
Sad face. Anyway,
Okay.
tasting notes on the finish. Sweet. The box said sweet as well, didn't it? Long though.
Says
Long.
long, creamy, and smooth.
Okay. Well, let's. Before I do a shot, because I'm going to. There's a slight spice if you leave it on the front of the tongue, but it's not a long finish. It doesn't. It lingers a little, but it doesn't really. I think it's not. As, I think it's because we've had some finishes before that really stuck around.
Yeah.
This isn't one of them. For a Glenlivet, it might be, but not in this. Yeah, it's a good finish though. It's nice and sweet. It's really good, smooth. I like sweet whiskies.
Yeah.
Speysides. So the reason Speysides are predominantly more sweet is because they moved away from the older techniques that made whiskey more of a punch your fist through a desk kind of whiskey. They moved away from Islay as well. Speyside went down a sweeter route because it appealed to more people. And it does work. The most popular whiskies arguably are Speysides.
Yeah.
The two most well known are Fiddick and Johnny Walker. Macallan as well, actually, which is both a Highland and a Speyside, but then technically all Speysides are Highlands anyway.
Yeah.
But that's not true. It is, but it's not. Because screw it.
Yeah, so I mean, you get the sweetness.
There's a lot of it. There really is.
I can't say I can pick out like the chocolate raisins.
Nope, no. Mine's
just-
it's a creamy sweetness. It's definitely a toffee. There's some Nilla. I think I wouldn't want to do this with ice. I think it would water it down too much.
Stones might work.
Barley
right? Filling it
sugar.
down a
Barley
little
sugar warmth. Yeah, I think that's right. That makes sense. The oak. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
bit. A little bit. I
Yeah.
think
It's not as pronounced.
No.
I think you'll get to that when you get to the 15. That's going to be interesting. By the way, just a fun little tidbit as well. I mentioned Dave having a different 12. His bottle is also different in colour. Standard ones aren't green anymore.
No. This is very true.
He does, though, need another. He needs to refill his at some point in the near future. I'm
Yeah.
not suggesting you donate to the coffee and I put it towards buying him a bottle of Glenlivet 12, but if you do want to, just let me know.
The right version, obviously.
Seagull must want some of the whiskey.
You have to make sure you get the right Liver 12 to refill.
I feel like I'm missing a point there.
Of that, well, because there's different versions of the Liver 12 now. Like that one. And
Oh, right.
So-
I was thinking more the one round the corner shop that he's got marked up high. It's just a standard bottle of 12.
That could mix. Okay, on the green bottle.
Fair enough.
Green bottle on the green box.
Well, I'm going to finish mine since I do little sips on purpose.
Yeah.
Flavour mostly.
You have more for the yellow of the swag pan. I have a
So,
small one for yellow.
give it more time. The smell really does come through as a lot more. There's a lot more like softer fruit in the nose. I can agree with plum. I could agree on that. Although I haven't had plums in. We had this discussion last night. People were talking about food in the chat. We had steak earlier. Get wrecked.
Yeah.
I literally ate it off the bone. It was great.
Yes, we did.
I held that long
We
shaft.
shared Tommy's bone.
We did actually. We both had Tommy the Fifth's meat in my mouth. In our mouth. It was gorgeous. All right. Well, yellow swag. I'm not going to clink glasses on this one.
Tommy the also left for lunch tomorrow.
Smoothest shot I've ever had. It's an insanely smooth shot. I don't get it.
It's probably not the smoothest shot I've ever had, but it's certainly smooth.
I'll be honest.
Sure there's probably something that's.
I mean, I can think of one that was smoother, but it's a real swerve because it shouldn't have been. Lowland.
Yeah.
Lowland Origin.
Oh yeah, that was actually incredibly good, wasn't it?
That was bonkers.
Yeah.
First to understand, if you were on my Discord server and a patron earlier this week, Dave and I did a VC.
Or last week, telling how you run your weeks.
Incorrectly, no doubt. We were in a VC on Discord, and Dave brought a 5 sample set of Johnny Walker Blacks. All 5 of them being ones I really want and I haven't tried. I own 2 of them full bottles, actually. Yeah. And we tried them in a VC, and the Isla was amazing. And then we tried the Lowland, and my socks were knocked off, quite frankly. That's all the water we got, by the way, just so you know. But yeah.
Stop petting it out.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. All of them were actually, to be fair, the Highland was probably the weakest, but it was still amazing. And the triple cask was brilliant.
Yeah.
I loved that. I was absolutely blown away. I want a bottle of all of them. I've got 2 of them, but I think I'm going to try and get my hands on full-size ones in the future. You had calamari.
Interesting.
Squid rings are nice. I used to have those. And no, it's not cannibalism because I'm Cthulhukin. Yes, but steak, yeah.
Ooh, yes, much tomahawk.
Oh, yeah.
And still £15. Same price as all the others. That was a big boy.
That was a big boy, yeah.
I like the fact he said tomahawk and he went, a big one? And I was like, yeah.
I mean, you didn't have to ask. It's like, why are you asking us? Just give us...
Yeah.
Put the meat in my mouth.
Yeah, the butcher knows us now. It's good.
We're there once a month. I asked for loyalty membership. He said twice a month we can talk about it. So we're going to get Dave to move down here so we can sort that out. What's up? You're about to do a water test, are you?
No, it will be September next time here.
Yeah, no, it's September. Next time we see each other is when I come to you in August for Trivium. Okay. Well, next on the list, everyone, is Glenlivet 12. And as you can see, Dave's is a green bottle in a beautiful, elaborate box that opens up just above the 12 label on the box with 2 pin buttons on either side of the box, and it has a hinge that opens up from... It's insane.
And it is also...
partially
magnetised.
Yes, magnetised. You've had that ages.
But
it's the most beautiful one. I will admit, as time has gone by...
It's a shame it's not a red leather on the inside.
Oh, like a velvet. You can buy some... You can buy
awesome,
some like felt and put that inside instead.
Yeah.
I mean, you can ask my sister to do that. She'd do it.
Magnets.
But yeah, he's had that for a long time. I've got a query, though. So, before we even get into the tasting... the tasting notes and everything else, which you can read directly from the box, of course. We'll do that later. And maybe even some of the other stuff.
So it's a very smooth touch finish as well.
It feels like a leatherette thing.
Yeah.
Perhaps I have a query. What was the first Glenlivet you bought? Was it that one?
This.
Really?
Yeah.
Had you ever had it before?
No.
So what was it? You just drawn to it because interesting?
Honestly, I can't remember.
Really?
I've had Livet 12 so long. I honestly can't remember why.
I don't remember you ever having it in your collection when you lived at your parents.
Yeah.
But I don't remember seeing it. I don't remember having
I had it.
I don't recall ever having it because we usually went for the Penderyn, the Jamesons, and the Johnny Walker Black. We usually went for things that got us smashed, basically.
I've had that since probably somewhere around the start of my PhD.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have been around for that. Not for much of it, because don't forget, I unfortunately had left Norwich.
Yeah, true.
I was working nights, I think.
Maybe
hang
earlier.
on.
No.
When did you start your PhD?
2010.
Oh, I was still there because I'd just gotten a job.
Hmm.
So I was still working in Norwich until 2012, mid 2012.
Yeah,
in fact.
I'm sure it was somewhere around.
I don't remember seeing it.
PhD time.
It's probably one of those ones where we did have a glass of it, but I never remember seeing it because you were busy. You were doing your thing. We only hung out once a week at that point because life was hard, and I was working nights.
As opposed to the once a month we have now.
To be fair, it works for us, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You spend most of your time on the phone talking to them lot, so I don't really mind, to be honest.
That's the video calls.
It is
mainly for
that you'll notice also in the on the original picture you saw at the start. His is an old bottle. The label it looks aged, yet it's not. It's actually done that way.
Yeah.
It's meant to look like old paper.
Because the Founders is very slightly comparative to these ones. If you look at that, that's a yellowy.
Yeah, I think
kind of tin.
I think that's because
someone dropped a tea bag on that one.
Yeah,
these ones are all white.
And he doesn't mean an actual tea. Oh, thank you, Leonard, for the $3 donation. We really appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's very kind of you.
For that, you get an extra.
Oh. Leona.
Perfect. Thank you for your generosity. If you want to support us, please consider doing so through the super chats and, of course, coffee. Link on the screen, and Leona will post it in the chat when she's done having a conniption. I think my label's different, not because of aging though as well. I think mine was the interim label design, because the labels on like your 15, my Captain's Reserve are very different to the 18.
Yeah, because the 18 is actually slightly
yeah.
isn't it?
So there's a nice little bit of difference here. I don't think Licensed Dram is a new bottle design they're going to go forward with. I think that's just for the series, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I've no doubt it annoys him that it's shorter than the others, but actually it means he's got 8 Glenlivet'S. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Perfect. I'm having the charged orgasm rather than the. I mean, you can reverse the orgasm if you like, but I'm not giving you one.
We do not do refunds here. Sorry.
No substitutions either. No reductions.
There can be a substitution. You can moan at her instead.
Later. So Founder's Reserve is a delicious whiskey. There are whiskies we've encountered that are entry level in that sort of ballpark that are absolutely not even like Friends good. They're abysmal. Horrendous.
No, actual abysmal, not Friends level abysmal.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I've got a whole bunch of whiskies there, I would argue, that are better than that. Like entry level wise, there are many that over there that are better. The obvious one being Glenmorangie.
I mean, the one we've downed a bottle of in most of the...
Dave's been here a week, and we've one of the bottles of Glenmorangie 10 has been sacrificed to the great god Imhotep.
Yes.
It is now in my shed with the rest of the carnage.
Imhotep. Imhotep.
Yes, it's been. To be fair, it needed to go though. I needed to reduce things for when I come up.
Yes. Apparently, we need room for an extra Glenlivet I didn't know about. So I had to get rid of one of the Moranges.
Imhotep. Imhotep. But yeah, as far as entry levels go, there are a number of ones that are absolute blasphemy. The Livet Founders Reserve is not one of them.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. Entry level for... I mean, I'd say it's better than Johnny Walker Red easily.
Yeah, definitely.
Glenmorangie X, of course it is.
Start point.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I only ever used red for mixers. It's the only thing it's good for. It really is.
Yeah, so I don't use it at all now, nor do you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll do a whiskey sour maybe once in a blue moon. I've got the ingredients still. But no, I won't touch it otherwise. I want to get rid of the bottle, to be honest. I don't really see a point in it being in my collection. Because there's no point. It's redundant. It just sat there. It never does. It doesn't need to be there. Bish will have a convo later. I'm sure we will, while we eat swag in the cabin and chill out after 6 rather delicious glasses of Glenlivet nectar.
Yep.
While spooning and having a nap.
My sleeping bag is set up ready.
Oh yeah. So
double as well.
Glenlivet 12 is next. What can you tell us anything about this beyond the tasting notes? Like anything about it, like personally, what you've with this bottle, like something.
So, for me, this one is basically Liquid Werther's original.
That's good to know because I can't eat Werther's originals. Like, my teeth. I'm too old for that shit.
See, I can't eat them because I swallow them whole.
Yeah, nah.
I can't take a medical pill or ibuprofen, but I can swallow Werther's original whole.
See, I like you brought out soft toffee versions, right? But I'm still like, but my teeth can't handle toffee. I like toffee. Give me toffee. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, hang on, we got some cork porn. Moisten it.
Moistening the tip. It
It
did nothing.
Oh! Now
That was silent but deadly.
That's what I'm talking about. Your bottle is very parched, I'm just saying. It's a very, comparatively, it is a very, oh, you almost missed that.
Never in doubt. Oh yeah, cap it, cap it.
Cap it! The nosing caps will not be wasted here today, folks. That's all good. It's all good. Oh, yeah.
The jigger gets stuck in
the jigger did get stuck in the bottle there. That was a very good pop. Yeah, your bottle needs refilling, buddy.
Yeah.
Your bottle has maybe... I mean, to be honest, that was what was left in... We had about two doubles in there, buddy. You know I'm right.
Yeah.
If we get bored enough later, we might not. No. It'll be what goes in his dram next.
Yeah, it will, to be fair. That'll go in the infinity.
Although you need to buy another one to replace it. And then when your parents go, you've got too much whiskey, you'll be like, but this one's going in that.
Yeah.
They can't say, "Oh, you're going to throw that out then?" No.
If I had got 2 12s of Glenlivet, they're different.
Well, we don't know that though. But I would say, for the sake of it, I would never throw that box out if I had it.
No.
Honestly, I wouldn't even throw the one that's off centre out because it's beautiful. So, what are you looking for?
Just saying if it's anything on the bottom.
Anything of interest?
Just work out where I got it from or when. But...
I'm sure you'll find out eventually. I mean, do you not keep a record like on a paper, like an Excel spreadsheet, like you do with your freaking list of whiskies?
I do have a list, but I don't have a purchase history.
Oh, you should do that. That'd be a nice little additional column.
But yeah, purchase date.
And then refill date as well.
Yeah, I don't know when I
okay.
This one, but this was
Would Dave like to read the tasting notes?
So, you can see them on the screen, but for those of you who are blind, colour. Bright and lively gold. Yes, it's definitely a brighter gold than the previous, so we'll definitely go with that. On the nose, make sure I read it right. Vibrant aromas of summer meadows and tropical fruits, notably pineapple. Palate. Floral notes, smooth and sweet fruit notes of fresh peaches and pears, vanilla. Finish, marzipan and fresh hazelnuts. Which worries me, because the thing I always taste is toffee. Apparently not. Oh yeah, I think that's the best pop we've ever done.
I mean, I'm sure we can work on that.
Meg is now loading something on his tablet.
I'm looking for a browser because I'm an idiot and I forgot to install it when I got the laptop. I got this. It's fine. I'm just going to install Chrome and sort it out. Then I'll bring up the tasting notes from Master of Malt. So while we're waiting for that, let us have a little sniff. What does it say on the box again? It says something aromas of summer meadows and tropical vibrant. Oh yeah, they're very nice italics.
Yeah.
And notably pineapple. So not on pizza. And all my life, yes, actually, that is very accurate. Oh, you're pulling up Master of Malt.
Yeah, see if I can find.
See, I was going to do that on my phone, on my tablet. Sorry, my phone's actually on charge next to you. You don't know your You don't know your nuts, Dave? Weird. That's from Yempeakers. Paying attention.
Yeah, I know I'm nuts. Don't worry.
Right, here we go. Tablet, perfect. Right, I don't want to sign into. No. Continue. Sure.
So according to, I don't know exactly which version of Glenlivet 12 this is, but according to Master of Malt, we have on the nose apricot, pineapple, green gages, citrus blossom, and toasted tea cake. Palate, buttery and vanilla rich, though still packing all the bright fruit notes from the nose.
Yeah.
Finish, a soft crackle of oaky spice and malt, plus a hint of red apple juiciness. So at least it says like buttery and vanilla rich, which leans slightly more to what was original.
Yeah. Okay. You have the Master of Malt one up now. It does have awards to its name.
Yeah.
This is an award-winning whiskey, and rightly so. From what I remember vaguely, it is incredible. This is what Glenlivet does best. I would argue there's maybe one or two other distilleries in this region that do a incredible smoothness quality, but it's not as consistent. I mentioned Singleton before, and you've had the 18. You know it's good. You've had the Malt Masters, and you loved the 12.
Yeah.
The 12 and the 18, I'd love to compare with those two. I think it'd be fun, but that could be a Discord thing. I've got the 15, by the way, on my tablet, just for the. Is that different? No, that's not.
No, that's the standard box for that original 12.
Oh right, you've got a limited edition version of something that was already fit. Oh, something quite nice. Okay, so I think we should have a little sip, Dave. What do you think? He's looking at his phone because this is more interesting to him than the stream.
I'm seeing if there are tasting notes to go with it.
They won't have it on
one
that.
of a mint condition box.
They won't have it on their website. I've used them to buy the Game of Thrones series.
Okay.
They're rubbish for tasting notes. I think let's just say that we've got tasting notes on the back anyway, Dave.
Yeah.
So we can just compare with Master of Malt. That's the point. Compare with the
I was
websites.
trying to find the tasting note that didn't make me look insane.
That's all right, because I've got no. You're insane anyway. But I've got tasting notes on my tablet for 15, so we can just carry on, eh?
Okay, right. Master Malt, back we go, back we go. There
Yeah.
we are.
All right. So on the nose, it says pineapple essentially.
So, apricot, pineapple, citrus blossom, and tea cake. I don't know what the green gauges are.
You take a really nice deep sniff, and you'll get the pineapple quite prominently. In fact, you dense stick bug. That's what Yempi says.
Du bist doof.
Scheiße. He's trying to have a sniff while laughing. It's weird because he's doing in-out sniffs.
So yeah, tropical fruit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very accurate.
Final.
It's very accurate. The Master and Malt one's a bit weird, but you know that's typical. To be fair, they were weird on the Founders as well. By the way, I'm looking forward to when we get to the last two because we've not had either. This is going to be a real
Yeah, we've got two unknowns now.
I know it's good, isn't it?
You only need to drink.
Do
Bet
you?
she does.
Founders Reserve Glenlivet will do you some good.
Yeah.
Unless you're at work, in which case, suck
Founders
it.
Reserve Glenlivet will probably do you some good anyway.
It's smooth enough, no one might notice.
Yeah, and it'll keep you less angry when all the people do the stupid things.
She's ginger, they're always angry.
Well,
Look at my niece, she's a nightmare.
yeah.
Right, anyway, cheers.
Cheers.
The palate, floral notes, smooth, in italics, sweet fruit notes, fresh peaches, and pears vanilla. So, peaches, I actually 100% agree. I got the taste of, apparently, what Leona thinks she tastes like in my mouth. Fruit, yes. Floral, no. Smooth, yes.
Yes, very smooth.
Floral's a strange one because I've only ever noticed it once. It was with Glenfen floral. That was like intentionally designed, and also the Nikas.
Yeah, there's one of the.
A few of the Japanese do it.
There's one of the Lakes, the whiskey makers ones that is a floral one, but
There is, yeah.
I don't think we've had that one.
No, we've only got the Manzanilla and the sherry. We've had the sherry one, which was shite, but the Manzanilla was a banger.
Yeah. So my Master of Malt notes are fermented popular expression which disappeared from shelves in 2015 but has since returned
Right.
to live at 12. So they took it away for a while.
Why'd they do that? Do you know?
Don't know. It just says on Master of Malt. An
Maybe-
immensely popular expression which disappeared from shelves in 2015 but has since returned.
Hang on, no. The expression disappeared, but that doesn't. Maybe it was a different version of it. Maybe they changed it for a different recipe and no one liked it.
Maybe.
That might be it.
But yeah, so this one, palate, buttery and vanilla rich, though still packing all the bright fruit notes from the nose.
Give me my phone, please. Thanks. I'm gonna.
Good news, my fingerprint did not unlock it.
We've got a new follower on Instagram, by the way. Thank you, Marcy.
Look at us.
Why did Glenlivet discontinue the 12? Let's find out. It was replaced by the NAS Founders Reserve because they couldn't keep up with demand. See? Simples.
Excellent.
Very well. Very, very good, everyone. Well done for the research. That is fascinating. Okay, so anyway, the finish on this, it says here marzipan and fresh hazelnuts. No, I just got a very short, cool finish.
Soft crackle of oaky spice and malt, plus a hint of red apple juiciness.
All right, we'll do it again. Run this back, everyone. It was something slightly on the end, like sides of my tongue, but I couldn't make that out. It's very, very. It's not cold whiskey, but it feels cool.
Yeah. Might be if it's apple freshness, that might make it.
Might be. It might be that. Yeah, you got a point.
Probably a little bit of spice, a little bit of oaky spice. Actually, to be fair, it has been quite a while since I've had any of this. It doesn't. It's not as toffee as I remember.
It palate refines and
But
changes,
palate
doesn't
refines
it?
Also, that's been open a long time.
It does oxidize it, doesn't
Yeah.
it? But that's the fun thing. I mentioned my Johnny Walker Centenary smells like toffee now. Because it's just, there's only enough there for maybe 2 singles. And that's it.
Yeah.
I really want a replacement. I really do. I'd love to fill it back up again, just so I can keep that bottle alive, you know? That's like a coup de grace whiskey for me. I made a mistake when my cabin was built. A friend of the family's young brother, he was trying some of my drinks, and he had had a sip of that one. It wasn't a sip, though. He had a proper, like, glug, 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 and I was like, Shouldn't have done that. He was a teenager thinking he was cool, and I'm like, bitch, you only ever look cool with that whiskey when you're doing this and you're wearing tweed, alright?
Maybe smoking a pipe or sitting in front of a fire.
Bubble one.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. How do you think this compares to the Founders?
Well, I prefer it.
I think it's a fascinating one because I can understand why they couldn't keep up with the demand, because the 12, again, aging 12 years, yes, there's an issue there. They can't do too much of it. Well, they can, but they can't plan for that.
Yeah.
But I think it is a step up from Founders. Yes, obviously it is. But I still think the Founders isn't so far behind. I don't think it's like in the dust so far back. Yeah. Actually, if I was saying she looked like a snack, she'd be a Tide Pod. Because they look like a snack.
It's interesting if you hold it.
Oh, I didn't do that. I'll do it again in a second. It's just got a nice, again, there's that sweetness.
You get a little bit more warmth at the finish if you.
Are we going to subject to 12 seconds, are we?
Yeah, that's what I've just done.
Alright.
Softly without you noticing, apparently.
I was talking to the chat. Yeah. I was doing my job, trying to keep people interested, failing at it. Alright.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So Megan's just done the 12 seconds.
There's a bit more warmth there.
A bit warmer, isn't it? Yeah.
Although I think it didn't help that my tongue was like, you need saliva. It watered the drink down. Why would it do that? I'm not okay with that. That's all right. I like that. You do realise though that I now have to do the blasphemy, right?
Yes.
It's all right. The blasphemy's not here yet. It's 2 more. We've got another one to go before we get to it. And the best part of the next one is it's not opened, which means you're going to hear a tear and a pop.
You're going to hear us taking the bottle's special. I don't know if we're allowed to say that word on there.
We're going to touch its no-no square and violate the living feck out of it. And this is going to be monetized, so I'm not going to say any more.
Yeah.
I don't like when I know whiskey's good. Like even the Founders is quite nice. I don't like. I know it's a good shot, but I don't want to do it as a shot. But I do think, for the sake of the stream, I like doing this little shtick thing of YOLO swag fam.
Yeah.
It's become a bit of a thing now, isn't it? You don't have to, but I will. YOLO swag fam.
I'm waiting to see if he says it's a mistake or not.
I couldn't taste anything. It went straight down.
Ah.
That was insane. It was my fault. It literally skipped my tongue. Did you not hear the sound?
Yeah.
That was me making a mistake. I made the mistake. It didn't touch my tongue, but it went down really. Oh.
There's some finish.
Oh.
He's warming.
It's new. It's interesting. I'm starting to have a vest.
He's feeling a sudden strange warmth in the cavity of his chest.
This one right here. It's quite hollow. Yeah, no, it's got a very nice warm. It's very slow, but it's really nice. Yeah, that is a really good shot. That's really nice. You should definitely try it. Look at him. If you can't see this, but he's looking at that like, but can I? Thing is, we've been here for an hour. He has to. Come on. YOLO swag fam.
Official rules of not worth a cork.
I like that, yeah. Go on, get it down, yeah. Yeah. I like your head essentially went back about 110 degrees.
Yeah, I may have given myself whiplash for that.
Otherwise it would have gone through. Yeah, you need to wear one of those like neck braces.
Hands device.
You need a perpetual motion thing that just tilts you backwards like that all the time.
Yeah, that's. But see, again, I'm getting just like a sweet toffee-ness.
Yeah, that's all I get on there. It's a really good shot, though. To be honest, it's not... So I will say, if you're going to do a shot, if you're going to do it of the Founders, the 12, and I'd say the 15 based on price, it's not actually blasphemy. Because it's in very much the affordable range. Caribbean rum cask qualifies.
Yeah.
I would argue, to an extent, the cutoff might well be licensed and captains because they're around the same price.
They're in above the 40 point, aren't they?
Around the 50 to 55. Yours has been slightly more expensive. The Livet is the one I don't want to shoot, but I know I'm going to have to.
That one.
The 18, yeah, but we're not there yet. We're instead here.
Well, we're not. We're at the Agua part.
Oh, of course. So for those who don't know, in case you're not familiar with this, if you have a glass and you want to switch whiskies, you need to clean your palate, your tongue, and also the glass itself. And the reason why is because if you don't, you run the risk of the flavours from the previous glass, previous dram, finding their way into your new one. And that contaminates the flavour. We don't want that.
Doesn't provide for a fair scientific test.
Yes, it's also not very fair to the whiskey you are trying, because you want to. If you're just doing shots, you don't do the water, do you? But if you're tasting different whiskies, no, you want to get everything out of it. You want to find it. It's a bit of fun.
Whiskey doesn't want to be the previous whiskey sloppy second.
No, because the next one is a completely different expression, not just the 3 years in it, but also with the finish. Something which I've never had, which is in my book, and I'm waiting for Dave to do all the ticking in my book.
I've ticked it off already for you.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice of you. I really appreciate that. But this one is the Glenlivet 15. We're not on it yet.
This is the smooth flowing one, apparently, the 12. Sorry, single malt that started was. It's the smooth flowing one.
What does the 15 say anything? Okay, it doesn't look like it from here, unless it says it underneath that fancy label at the bottom. Hang on, what about the 18? Because the 18 will be good, because that doesn't have the cask finish on it. So
that's the only one that says.
So that might be an old bottle design. So fun fact, for those who are interested, the only other bottles I know that say things like that are my singletons.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the only ones I know that have that, sublimely smooth or fruity decadence, I believe. Malt Masters, and the 12 says something as well. I can't remember what it says. 15's fruity decadence, which is definitely fruity decadence. Yeah. But yeah, I don't see many saying that unless they have a name expression like Hudart or I don't know, Quartercast. Yeah.
So we are moving. Well, we will be in a minute moving on to the 15, the French Oak Reserve.
Yes.
Now this is the second bottle because I recently finished the first bottle because I found this one on offer.
Can we please have a form of W in the chat for Dave for finishing a bottle of whiskey for a change? It doesn't happen often, unless he's here, in which case annihilation occurs.
Yeah.
To my bank balance.
So yes, I bought bottle number 2 on offer on Amazon.
Of course.
So I was able to finish bottle number 1.
I vaguely remember this because you said in my DMs, Bosh. He says it quite often, oddly enough.
The paper, however, is from the bottle number 1, as is the box, because bottle number 2's box was not quite as nice and it didn't come with the paper.
So that's a new thing they do. Everyone's reducing their boxes now. So I'm like, right, I don't really care. Dura, beyond the tide and time, I don't really care about the tubes on Dura because they're small bottles.
They're all cardboard, aren't they? Yeah.
But I don't really care about... Well, it's not just that. I just don't really give a crap about Dura's one because they're quite small bottles. I can put them in the front. But with others, I'm going to make it a point to keep the boxes. If I had a box of Johnny Walker Black, I'd put mine back in it.
We may have to do a Google on this one as well.
For tasting notes?
Well, possibly, but more for... So, this is the French Oak Reserve.
Yeah.
Selectively finished in Limousin oak. So that's Limousin.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Shall we? Limousin.
What the hell? They're saying what oak this is. In Limousin oak to give a perfect nutty spiciness to the fruity Glenlivet'S style. I have no idea what Limousin oak is.
Well liked, evolving, benefiting from a large grain tannic wood, spirits develop excellent expressions and display a clear colour. Source for... Sorry. What are the most expensive oaks? French oak is the most expensive for wine. Limousin is... it's just for evolving distillates. Spirits made of French Limousin oak. Toasting, usually medium, charring 1 to 4. So they don't char them that much.
It's not overly charred.
No. It's a clear finish. It's actually a very smooth one, actually. Based on what you're getting here, I would argue it would produce something incredibly smooth. Not that I would know, but that's what I'm getting from this. Okay, well, we have some information. I have tasting notes for the 15 on
Excellent.
Master and Malt. I can just put the 18 afterwards for a laugh. My water has not been consumed. Yellow spike clam on the water, everyone. Went down the wrong tube.
Ugh, that's the worst shot ever.
That went down the wrong tube. Dave has some noise porn. Now, if you're into this, he's going to undo the binding.
I should have watched it. Should I go full on? Should I put it back in the bag and open it back?
Nah, fuck that. It's too much effort. Oh. He's torn its binding.
This is a fresh cork. First time
Take the
pop.
cap off first, that'd be easier, wouldn't it? We can't be risking it.
You're popping the cherry.
Oh. I like that, by the way. Oh.
Oh, no faking eyes.
I couldn't smell anything, to be honest. I really couldn't. I wish I could have. But no. Is the cork any good on this one? Oh, it's still got the embossing. It just feels a bit cheap, though, with the plastic. Doesn't it? It feels a bit cheap.
Yeah, perhaps I should get the cork in the old bottle.
Have you got it still?
No. I don't think so.
Dave is pouring one, everyone. Oh, she's malfunctioning in our chat, everyone.
We're capped.
Again, don't forget to smash the like if you are new here. We are doing an absolutely fantastic tasting session. It is sealed. That is... Can I have a look at that? Beautiful bottle. Let's tell everyone what I've just done. Do you want to tell everyone what I've just done to you?
You've ruined my birthday!
Oh, I was going to get a photo of that. I was going to get a photo and send it to Leona. I couldn't get to the camera quick enough to get one of you hunched over.
He's just licked the bloody bottle.
Miss.
Wait, where's the Purell?
Day. Smash the like, everyone.
Wait, you normally have cleaning supplies in here. Where's the Dettol?
There isn't any, I'm afraid. We've only got the pure concentrate.
I
mean, you can always pour some alcohol. You've got some Johnny Walker Black, pour it on your wound. Actually, if you want to use something flavourless, use the Crown Royal.
True, yeah. Some Johnny Walker, Red, and it just wiped off afterwards.
Yeah, screw it. Oh, that's too funny. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I'm looking forward to smelling this one, though. The tasting notes are beautiful on this, though. Creamy, rich, peel, candied grapefruit aromas. Now, that's very specific. I will now read to you Master of Malts.
I'm intrigued in what resinous gold is meant to mean, because that's a very nice, it's a very deep colour.
I think it's a much richer colour of gold. Like, the Founder's Reserve is a lot clearer. The Glenlivet 12 was, like, a little bit more rich, but not as... So, the tasting notes for the chaps at Master and Malt, you're going to love this. It doesn't have it in sections. It has one paragraph.
Interesting.
It says, the nose is rich and oaked. There are notes of chewy resinous wood with a well-balanced acidity. Fudge and Madeira with apple crumble and Calvados. Okay. The palate, it's actually got it separated. I'm not going to go there. So the nose would be rich oaked, chewy resinous wood, well-balanced acidity. Fudge and Madeira. I do like fudge.
Okay, so that resinous perhaps relates with the colour as well.
Yeah.
I've got
apple crumble and Calvados.
On the nose, creamy and rich, peel and candied grapefruit.
They might have gone for something else. This has won multiple awards in 2015 and 2013, 2017. Won gold awards, in fact, for the quality, and that's great. You love a whiskey; it's got an award to its name. You know it's been produced to high quality. They don't just hand them out to anyone unless your name is, I don't know, McCullen. Like, come on.
Oh, this is the single malt that started it all on the front. It says on this one.
Really? Yeah. What does that mean? There's no way they waited 15 years for that and went, oi, you guys want to try this?
I think they were linking it back to the standard Glenlivet, because the Glenlivet was the first in that area.
Oh, very well. Shall we perhaps have a little wee news?
We should have a news, yeah. Stick it in and introduce. Introduce the names and passages.
Stick it in. Oh, that smells very different. That is a very different smell. A very welcome smell.
But definitely rich. It's got that rich woodiness.
I'm slightly concerned with this one. Because I'm smelling that and I'm like, I mentioned earlier that the 15 could qualify as a shot. I'm smelling that and I'm like, this might be where the plateau, where the mistake could be made. That is nice. That smells great.
What was on your nose notes?
I
think the only thing I'm really getting the rich oakiness. I'm
oaked,
not getting the
resinous wood, chewy. Well-balanced acidity, fudge, Madeira, apple crumble, and Calvados. Calvados is a weird one because I've never had Calvados. My housemate used to have it. He got smashed in my kitchen on it, and he went to offer me some, and I was like, nah. You carry on drinking though while being really depressed. I'm just gonna sit here and sip on my beer and pretend I give a crap.
So should we do palating?
Yes, of course. The palate, according to Master and Malt, says full, rich with winter spice, cinnamon, cloves, thick oak, and developing aridity. What's aridity? That sounds dryness, yeah. Arid like a desert.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's your say?
Round, sweet, incredibly smooth. Fruity and nutty flavours, a gentle cinnamon spiciness.
I mean, they've got the spiciness here, the cloves, I think. But I normally link cloves and cinnamon quite handily. It always goes hand in hand, really.
Yeah.
Full, rich winter spice. I mean, that would be cinnamon and cloves.
Yeah.
So you don't need to have it separate. Yeah. Thick oak, developing dryness. Okay. To be fair, we've had a few dry whiskies before in the form of the Singleton 21. That's got a dry finish. Okay. Well, we'll give this a go and see how we get on, folks. This could be hilarious. Cheers. There you go. I was worried I was going to break the glass doing that. Oakiness is there.
Yeah.
Very prominent, in fact.
Yeah, I get the dryness as well, to be fair.
Actually,
it does sort of dry a bit.
But it's really nice.
It's still very smooth, though. Even though it does dry, it's still very smooth.
It works. Also, it's 40%.
Very balanced.
So it's 40%. It's sitting in a very sort of comfortable dryness. It's not too much. They're all 40, aren't they?
They're all so far.
Yours is 48, your new one.
Yes.
I think Captain's might be should be 40-something. 46.
Captain's is 40. 18 is 43.
15 is 40. 12 is 40.
Yeah.
So the only one's different is the licensed dram.
So it's literally those two.
Yeah. Licensed dram and the 18. The 18 should be a little bit stronger, though, to be honest, because it's aged what it needs to have it, to be honest, to get that quality up. That's interesting. The finish says here, long, dry, with a peppery note.
Well, certainly long and dry.
On the box it says, lingering with traces of toasted hazelnuts and almonds. That's a big contrast. I never get nutty tastes on the finish. But let's try that again. Lingers. It does linger.
I think there is nuttiness.
It's dry. I've got long and dry, but again, that smoothness makes it very hard for me to... You know what we're going to have to do?
Hold it in my mouth.
Yeah. You can go first. In fact, you do it this time. Ready? Hang on, I won't cheat.
So there's a timer on the screen.
No, ignore that. We'll do it according to mine. Where's my clock? Here it is. Start. Oh, no, it's at 12. There you go. Right. No, you do it on this one. Ignore that. You watch this. Which means you're going to be doing 18 seconds by the time you get there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. There you go. How are you feeling?
Weirdly, it hasn't actually... Okay, now it has. So, when it's in there, it doesn't feel that dry.
Yeah.
As soon as I opened my mouth, once I swallowed it, and it went, it very quickly dried out.
Really?
But yeah, that's smooth. Yeah. Slight spiciness, very smooth, a little bit fruity, bit oaky. Yeah, that is really nice. And yeah, while it's in there, it's fine. It's only once you swallow it, you can then get the dryness.
Okay.
Through.
Well, that's interesting. I like that. That's got my attention. I'm going to put Glenlivet 18 there just so I have it.
I think you should have a try and see how you find
Well, of course, yes. Splendid. Jolly good. Do remember to talk to the chat though, while I'm doing this. I can hold the conversation, but I can't when I've got something in my mouth. Giggly. Okay.
So Mega's in 18, so we've got to go to 33.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the chat is just wilding at the moment, though. Is anyone else watching? Please comment in the chat if you are watching, so it's not just wilding. Because there you go, 33.
There's a lot more like cinnamon to that. A lot more. It sits like right in the middle of the tongue. It's beautiful. Absolutely exquisite. Yes, please do talk, because we need the engagement. The chat rate really helps if you guys engage with us and incentivizes us to try a bit harder, maybe be more entertaining. Thanks for being here, Stina. We appreciate it. People are listening. They are, but we want people to talk.
Yes, we like engagement as well. We know Yempi. Well, Yempi actually. I was going to say we know Yempi won't because she lurks, but Yempi's actually posted. Hello, Yempi.
It's more a we need. We would like engagement.
Hello, Puckbaker.
Hi, Duck Chapper. It helps us also if you guys want to talk as well, to ask questions, because these are whiskies that belong to Dave. These are in his like ballpark of preferred, one of his main collections. You know.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be great to ask him stuff. I kind of want to know, you said that's your second bottle of the 15, yes? So why did you buy the first one?
Honestly, I knew nothing about it, but I liked the 12.
See, I'm all right with that.
Like, I think that was one I got on one of like the Amazon
days.
I don't know if it was like Black Friday or just a Prime Day or whatever. But I think because I got that at the same time as I got the Dalwhinnie Distillers Edition.
I got a new one this year. Yeah, that and Talisker, Glenkinchie and all that lot. They they might have been in the whiskey shop actually. I'd love to get a proper bottle of Dalwhinnie. The one at Winter's Gold. It's all right, but I want the 15.
I got 15 and the I think it's a 17-year-old.
I'd love the 50. I mean, to be fair,
Distillers.
If I can get my hands on it, I'll have a second. It'll be the Game of Thrones one.
True,
but that's hard to get hold of.
Yeah,
pricey as well.
But yeah, I got those 2 bottles, so I've had that.
Couple of expensive rings. I'm very sorry, Brian, you lost out on the rings then. Dave knows your name properly. No, he doesn't. Duck Chapper. Your royalty to ducks there, Chaz.
David just realised he should probably check his phone because he did enter a competition for tonight to try and win a Ferrari.
Okay, well, you keep doing that. So I've seen Glenlivet appear a lot on Amazon on sales. Clearly it sells very well if that's the case. I see it in Tesco now. They have a nice little collection in Tesco. Founders,
have the 15,
12, 15, and the Caribbean. That's cool, that is. I mean, if I wanted a collection of Glenlivet's, yes, but I don't want to have... This sounds really strange, but I don't want in my collection to have too many overlapping collections with yours, because I like that.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a shitload of...
well, you've got a like we could do a Tannerudin stream or
the wine stream
based off.
Well, you've got Jura as well, haven't you?
Yeah, no. Well, actually, yeah. I suppose.
You might have. Well, you've got a couple of different
Not
ones.
as many, but yeah.
Yeah, but what I mean in the sense of like
the
singletons.
Yeah.
I've got 4 of them technically. It would be 5, but obviously I've got the Malt Master's gone.
The Jamesons.
Yeah, I have a few of those.
More than I have.
Well, that's because you've stuck to your guns on that one. You do the stout one now, at least. You do like it.
I have the Select Reserve or whatever it is. Small.
Oh yeah, you do have that. But the point is,
I
generally I don't want things that overlap with Dave's because I think that makes it more interesting. If I go to his, like he's got Lagavulin, I don't have Lagavulin beyond the Game of Thrones one, and there's a point to that because I have a different collection. He has a collection of Japanese whiskies. I only have the 1 or 2 of them, but I have 3.
Not 3. I was going to say
what I mean is in 2 unopened.
Hang on, you've got Nuka 12, Nuka 12, Nuka 12.
Yeah.
Nuka from the barrel.
Akashi.
And Toki went.
Toki's gone.
Toki is in.
No, but I mean the Akashi's good. The Nika barrel's great. But the Nika, what I meant was the Nika was the one real difference. Yeah. Whereas you've got Hibiki, Yamazaki.
True. Yeah. A couple of Hibikis, Yamazaki. Yamazaki.
I don't want the overlap. I like that difference, and I don't have Glenlivet beyond the Founders, which was in a tin in my room as a YouTube reward. Yeah. And the Captain's Reserve is the only one that's going to be in my cabinet. The only one. I don't want a collection of it. I like the 18. I would love to. I mean, I'd be tempted, but I actually have different speysides to his on purpose.
We could probably do a Jameson stream at some point. Secretary, Leona,
please put it on the list for 2024.
4 or 5. Who knows?
4. It'll be 4.
Yes, we can. We between us definitely have the ability to do a Jameson's tasting stream.
Absolutely. It'll be a very good stream because we might actually bother to get around to me tasting the 18 at last.
Yes, this is true because I've had that new.
I've got it in this. My youngest sister got it for me for Christmas a couple of years ago, and Dave's the only person that's had a glass of it. Are you all right there, Dave?
Yeah, I saved the bottles. It's all good.
What'd you do?
I was just moving that one because I couldn't remember what was in there.
It's standing on coasters, mate.
Yeah, that I didn't.
Do you want to move? Do you want to lift the coasters up so it doesn't happen again?
Solid.
You sure?
I'm not going to move it again.
Well, do you want to check its centre at least? How about we put the bottle on the floor just to be safe?
That's right. That's fine.
You sure? All right.
Yeah.
Your bottle's not looking so good though. There you go. He had a little bit of a boomer moment. Don't mind him. I'm giving another little sip, and then I'm going to do a YOLO swag fam. Sorry. That was odd sounding. Yes, he.
We don't need a Google Doc. We just need you to note it for us. We have a pinned comment somewhere.
She has notebooks.
Yeah, we have a pinned comment as well.
Do you know, years ago, for a laugh, I actually asked the owner if she could get hold of some Trump Pence merch for me. I actually have 2 pin badges on that wall there she got me, and a Trump Pence notebook. And it's actually one of my official YouTube notebooks I've not got around to using yet, because it's in the office. Yeah. It's a really nice quality as well. Made in China. No, I mean, America. Made in America. No,
China!
It's up the top there. Trump Pence. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. And she very kindly acquired them. I gave her the money. I think I gave her all the money. She sent it to me. It was really good of her to do that. And as a reward for that, YOLO swag fam.
Moist.
Yes. Yeah, thank you for the donation earlier as well. We really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm going to YOLO swag fam.
She's very
It's all right. I'm going to, because it's in the price range where it should be okay. I'm right, and you know I am. It's in the price range where it should be all right. I'm not saying it will be. Bear in mind, there are 15-year-old whiskies I generally won't with. Yeah. There are some I've like Balvenie Double. It's a 12. I won't shop that. I could. But
she broke.
There we go. They were nice. I got you a Squiddy plush. No. If it's one of the inverses, I've still got it. I've got a few. I've got a fair few Squid plushes. They're on my shelf above my desk. Anyway, YOLO swag fam. You heard that, hopefully. Mistake. Oh. That is fruity.
Oh,
I like that. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I do like that, actually. That's a really nice... Oh, I'll get the rest of that. Oh, that's really nice. That's really annoying, because it's such a nice whiskey. But it's a banging shot. And you don't have to. You don't have to, Dave. It's okay. If you want... No, before you make some note, if you would like Dave to YOLO swag fam, please press 1 in the chat. If we can get 5 ones in the chat, Dave will be compelled to YOLO swag fam. 5 ones should suffice, but from 5 different people. Engagement, folks. 5 people. We need engagement. Help us, like Strem. No, that's a really nice... It's got a very nice fruit. And also, actually, very delayed, but there's a warmth building in the middle of my chest. So it's a slow burner, 1. It's a slow burn, 2. Yeah, it's a slow burn, 3, 4, 5. Get it in, you bitch tits.
I hate y'all.
Y'all? Oh, shucks. I hate y'all too. And it's gone.
And now I really hate you all, because that was nice.
Yeah, right? 3 in a row. They're really good shots. That's fucking irritating.
God damn it, all of you.
I'm gonna cry. No, it's really nice.
That is very
that's so irritating. You know when like people do shots, they're like, oh, I'll do apple sours, I'll do Malibu or something like that. And we're like, bitch, no. It's the next one I'm worried about the most, because that one shouldn't be a shot at all.
No, I've definitely got some pineapple.
Yeah,
I'm not supposed to on the finish, but you know. But
it's not. I think it's that lingering flavour, the smoke, not smoke, but the fumes. They carry that flavour through. Please share the stream. Yeah, please do. Absolutely. The more engagement, the better. We want to try and improve these shows as much as we can. And last show did exceptionally well on views. We'd love to, of course, keep that upward trajectory or equal it at least.
And we hope you all enjoy our updated tech on the stream with the bar TV. And
obviously, August is a stranger month because people are on holiday. So we have to, in September, come back stronger. Well, late in August, actually, we do Penderyn first, once we've got the alliteration down.
Yes. If anyone has any more descriptive W words, please do throw them at us.
Without using the word wanker.
Yes.
Or wank stain.
Yes, those are out.
Shots, everybody. Hey, we don't mind. Just hit the like and do the whole hearting in the chat thing. Thank you. That was really nice. I like that. Can I have that agua now? Careful. Don't be a dropper or a knocker.
Let's leave her boobs out of this for now.
What? Whose boobs?
I'll do a double through the jigger because I didn't soak it.
Fair enough. If anyone has, whoever you're talking about, I doubt they have any.
Thank you all. A bit late because it's already gone.
It's okay. He did the one thing he's supposed to do. Consume the beverage.
Yes, beverage has been consumed.
It's a very old term we like to use for shots, and it's always a win. It's never failed as yet. This one I reckon would go really nice to 15 with Oh, it's been there for a while. The niece has put it there. I don't know what it is. It's like a snap bracelet, I think. They just left it. They're fixing my chair. Then they leave a snap bracelet on it.
Oh, that'll be the middle niece from here. Lives here then.
That and the youngest doing it. They always do it with the guitar pedals. They go, "I'm fixing your chair, Uncle." Smashes the pedals into my chair. Oh, thank you. I'm glad they're metal casings. Interesting. Water. No, I think the 15 would go great with the steak because it's got a nice complexity to it. I think.
Interesting.
Of course.
One to try.
Of course, we haven't got to the captains yet, so we don't know for certain what the difference, whether that might be better. A cognac finish,
this is true.
or the licensed dram. You never know. Okay. Consume the beverage. Very nice. Next on the list is the pinnacle of Glenlivet, quite frankly. The coup de grace of their hard work. Although the 21 is now up.
We'd say that there's a 21, a 25, and a 70-year-old.
Let's go with the ones that are readily available. Okay, the 18 is
35-year-old. I might.
That doesn't count. Doesn't count. That doesn't count. Nor does the 25. The 21, I might argue, could, but that's very hard to get as well. But this is the coup de grace of the ones you can get your hands on. It's flat, smooth top. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Glenlivet 18. This is now about £100, 110 actually in some places, a bottle.
And don't worry, YouTube. It is guaranteed 18 years of age. It says it right on the bottle.
You just had to do that, didn't you? And demonetised. And just for those who don't know, all are single malt Scotch whiskies. We're not doing blends today, I don't believe.
They're not blends.
They're all single malt. That's a very important detail. All technically a speyside and a Highland. No, I'm kidding. Now the 18 I've had 2 glasses of. Dave had food. I think was that when you had food poisoning, or was that?
Yeah, that was when I had the food poisoning leading to the heart problem. Yeah.
Great. That was a great evening for me.
Yeah.
Because it was my last night with you, I believe.
It was, yes.
And you went to work, and then you were.
No, I didn't go to work.
Next day you did. You did the next day though.
The day after I did. The day after you went home, I did. The day you went home, I stayed in bed. Well, I took you to the station and stayed.
I suppose you didn't wear like an adult nappy to get me to the train station.
It was near enough.
I mean, you're already quite skinny. I was worried you were going to lose more weight. The quality of the embossing of the bottle as well on this one, the coin. Oh, that moves. That moved.
You break? Oh, it does.
Yeah, I'm not touching that again. It's a very much higher quality, but it's yeah. I think they're stuck on. They're thinner.
That one feels better.
Yeah, but they're all different. Look at them. None of them are the same.
Properly embossed.
I think the only ones that might be similar are the 15 and the Captain. Yeah, they're the same.
Yeah, the 15 and the Captain are the same.
They're from a newer range. Hi, Carlos. Hope you're well, buddy. I have one of those unopened, of course. I've drunk 2 bottles of that stuff before. That's what I'm talking about. 18.
Good man.
Carlos, I've known Carlos for years. The man knows his whiskey.
Yes, I've established that from these streams.
He knows his stuff. Keep the meat on Dave. I mean, I'd agree, but he was really ill. It was hilarious and fun. He goes upstairs and says, "I just need to lay down for a minute. Here's toilet flush."
Yeah.
He clearly didn't want to lay down. His body was like, no. I went upstairs and hung out with him because I was sat in the living room on my own. I was like, so what do I do here? I was playing with a splinter in my hand, wasn't I? Because then I pulled that out and it was like longer than my finger.
Yeah, no, it ended up not being very well, did I?
That was unfortunate. But we did. I had a nice evening with the yawn one.
My manager decided to shout and scream and swear at me for the fact I had diarrhea, and 2 days later didn't apparently feel much better. Didn't feel very worse about it when he realised I was in hospital with a heart problem that was linked.
Typical managers, though, isn't it? And also, that guy's a dickhead. That guy's a dickhead.
So
Anyway, the 18 is fantastic. Now, a quick question, because you've mentioned here you've refilled the 12, you bought a new 15.
Yeah.
Is that the first and only?
Yes.
So that would explain why so little of it has been consumed.
Yes. So this has been basically a special occasion whiskey.
Is this special enough, or do you want to not?
No, this is fine.
I'm only asking because I don't want to be a dickhead, you know?
And
I'm a dickhead, but not like that. Do you want to lick it so I don't touch it? There you go.
My cousin...
He licked his own shaft.
My cousin, who's more like a sort of little sister, we had some on her 18th.
Shooks whiskey?
Yeah.
The one in Africa?
No, that's just friend of family.
Right, okay.
No.
That's cool.
But she doesn't mind whiskey, so
I'm glad you're cast.
I gave her. We had some of this together on her 18th birthday. It's mostly just been, it's expensive enough to use it as like a good celebratory whiskey, but it's cheap enough that I can afford to open it and drink it.
So we both, in that respect, have whiskies that I consider celebratory that only get opened on occasion. Mine are mostly up there, but only 1 or 2 of them I think count. And just a quick thing, Duck Chava, I'm glad you ate things that put on weight, but his metabolism is so high, honestly, it wouldn't work. And yes, that was the log I pulled. I sent the owner a picture of it when I pulled it out of my hand with a pair of nail clippers. It took me nail clippers to get them out, and it was huge. I was like having issues when I was sat in your armchair, wasn't I? I was sat in his parents' living room, fiddling with my hand. I couldn't, and then 2 days later, I finally managed to remove it, and I was like, I thought that was a scab.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit!
It was.
There was like fat on it, my finger.
Huge.
That was ridiculous. I was so happy it was out though, because bloody hell, that was painful.
So, this is a problem for us, this whiskey, because this is one that would probably have been on the tier list had Meg have had it before.
Yes, it would have.
It wasn't, because Meg has not had it before.
Oh no, the tier list was ones we owned.
Yeah, but we both, in virtually all of them, we both had to have had them.
Yes.
Because that's when you did the storm, because we were discussing...
yes, I remember now.
That was when we had to try a few
That must have... No, hang on, no, because I'd had the 18 when I tried it at your place. We must have forgotten about it.
Must have, yeah.
We must have forgotten, because that would have been on the list. That would have been, I would have been right at the top.
Yeah, okay.
Because
so we boomered.
Yeah, it's fine. But this is 43%, it's 70 CL. I can understand. I have a few whiskies in my collection I don't open often. So the ones that I consider right now, the ones that I really don't often, would be the January treats. Now,
dark.
Yeah, the January treats I have are Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select, Highland Park Fire, which we both have thoroughly enjoyed, honestly, and Macallan and Night on Earth.
Yeah.
Now, all three, expression-wise, are vastly different. The Sinatra Select is, quite frankly, the pinnacle of American interpretation of whiskey, which I would argue sits quite comfortably somewhere quite high up, actually.
That sits nicely in the realm of what we would normally drink and consider whiskey.
Yeah, it's not average, it's definitely above average.
It's probably a B at least.
It's not an A, but to me, I had it on my Amazon, it was like the Highland Park Fire. I saw it and I thought, it's been there for ages, buying. And then the next year I bought the Highland Park Fire and it was like a big punt, and then I showed you the box and we opened it and we were like, so we're opening this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we had it and it was like, oh my god, that is the best thing ever. And we've barely touched the Night on Earth.
Yeah.
Which we probably should.
That's a lot newer than Night on Earth, isn't it?
Yeah, but I remember when I got the Highland Park Fire, we drank a lot of that.
Yeah, but brother-in-law was here and he drank some.
Friend of the family as well. To be fair, friend of the family is alright with it. Brother-in-law doesn't really drink much. He thinks Fiddick 12 is like coup de grace. But like my dad, really. But yeah, the quality is very different, and all three are so different on expressions. But I think they're so unique. I don't want to open them often. It's like when I won a bottle of Singleton 21. I still haven't touched the other one. I mean, we had a glass from it, but I haven't touched it. It's a special whiskey. It's £155. No, 180. Yeah. It's expensive. That's 110. I can understand.
This is over 100 now. It was about 75.
Yeah. I'll be honest. There are a couple whiskies, when I go to the whiskey shop, if I saw one of those and it was on sale, I'd buy it. I wouldn't want a collection of it, but I'd take that one. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Dave's now going to pour us each a single. Oh, cork. Oh, my cork has been popped.
That was a good corking.
That was good corking. Yes, I said that. That is a very, very rich colour. Like, that is a colour for expensive. Like,
Oh, I've dribbled.
well, I've got you, bro. You're dribbling on the bottle, bud.
Oh.
Down by your finger on that side. There you go. That's it. Get it in ya. Don't waste it. Run your finger back on it and put it back in the bottle. That is absolutely exquisite. Thank you for bringing that up, by the way.
That is the darkest
Oh, I don't know.
so far.
Yes, the issue you've got is obviously green is not that dark. The 15 is quite dark actually, comparative. The Captain's Reserve is new. The licensed dram is a brown bottle.
So we can't tell with the license.
No, licensed dram could be water. We have no idea. We really don't. Glenlivet 18 is your favourite whiskey. Carlos, you have fantastic taste. It's not my favourite. I sit a little bit younger on the ages, solely because of the amount of damage done over the years to things like Johnny Walker Black Label.
Yeah.
Although to be honest, blue is pretty fucking good. If it was more affordable, yes.
But the problem with blue is no age statement, so we have actually no idea how old each blue is.
It has to. Yeah, they do it on a flavour profile, don't they?
Yeah, but they are old. They do include. The problem with blue is they include things from some interesting distilleries, but some of them are not necessarily old spirits, but they're rare.
Yeah.
But some of them are old.
So that makes it interesting because they're rare, and that also means there's a chance they'll run out.
Yeah.
They have to change the expression at some point. But blue is a quality above many. There are very few that are there. And 18 Livet's certainly up there. It's a good one.
Yeah.
The nose on this says... Oh, actually, I'll pull up Master and Malt because I've got it.
Yeah.
You read the flavour tasting notes on the nose for this, please.
So, colour, golden autumnal hues.
Okay.
Nose, fragrant, elegant, complex, with a sweet oakiness, rich sweet fruit aromas, and toffee notes.
Okay. Master and Malt actually bothered with this one. Quite big and well-rounded. There are notes of chewy sultanas and sherried peels. Is this a sherry finish? Is it a sherry cask? You look at that and tell me in a sec. Sherry peels, barley sugars, toasted cereals with petals and apple blossoms. So it's a floral, a touch of fudge, and gentle wisps of smoke.
It doesn't actually say.
It's interesting. Because
they don't actually tend to say what they're.
No, they don't.
15 does, but the rest of them don't tend to say what.
Oh, hang on, I've got it here. First and second fill, American oak and sherry casks. It's a sherry cask finish.
Fair.
You know, if we do a sherry cask stream, we could mention this one, right? We'd have to drink from that because I've got a shitload of sherry finishes. The Arbala can come out.
Mostly out, most of the lot of the sherry.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I like that, by the way, sitting around the same price range as Glenmorangie 18. Of the two,
interesting.
Morangie 18 has my attention. Like, it's just a couple quid more. You have my attention. Okay.
So yeah,
the nose is there's quite a lot going on. This is sort of floral and sherried. According to Master and Malt, should we give our nose a jolly good whiff? I've only had the Founder's Reserve and I'm back. Welcome back. Oh God, yeah. Look at the colour and the light as well. Look at that. That is such a nice, beautiful colour.
Yeah.
It's like a nice amber.
It is amber, isn't it?
Yeah, it reminds me like the amber from like Jurassic Park.
I mean, you could put that in a honey jar and think it was.
You mean like those over there?
Yeah.
Do you want to compare the two? I've got jars of honey in my room, by the way, because I like honey. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, that is about the same colour as a jar of honey.
Jar of honey. Fuck me, that's brilliant. Oh, I like that. The smell is absolutely sublime, quite frankly. It's very different to the 18 Singleton, but the Singleton's a very different type of 18. Because, like,
elegant, yes.
Yeah, the Singleton defines itself as sublimely smooth. This is smooth, but a different kind of smooth. You've jammed your nose in there. How'd you manage to fit it in? Oh, no, you got a crook. That's really nice. I like that a lot.
So, oakiness and toffee and some fruit. Yeah, I think the box is quite accurate with that.
I tend to agree, 100%. I think if I'm just pulling up some notes for something else. Oh no, go back. No.
Yeah, Maltsmart website isn't the most non-computer friendly, is it?
It's not. It's not that. I was trying to find Captain's Reserve for getting me done the palate and the finish. Okay, so the palate says something, but we're going to taste it first. I think it's time to make it a bit different.
Okay.
But before we do that, I have a query. Why did you buy the 18? Was it for? Did you buy it to celebrate something, or did you just buy it because collection, or something else? In fact. Was it a I must have thing? Was it on sale?
I can't remember.
Oh, it's good. I like that.
It's been a while. I can't remember because that's the only bottle I've had.
Stop. Read Duck Chavez' comment.
Where's the timeout button?
I'll deal with this. How dare you, you little fascist. You absolute fascist. Right, you've been dealt with. So,
I'll try and think. So she's...
My dad mixes whiskey. I think your dad used to as well, didn't he?
He used to have Scotch and Americans and stuff, but he doesn't so much now.
He's learning, but he's doing it with Arbalaur though.
Well,
They cater to the French more than anyone else. Did you know that?
Mm.
Which makes sense since their name is Arbalaur.
What do you have then?
You two leave Pukey Ducky alone. I think she meant Pucky, but
Yeah, Pucky the
Pukey.
Chavvy. I can't remember how old she is. She's
what are you looking at, Dave?
trying to work out how old my cousin was. What is so I can work out how long ago it was that she was 18.
You'll drink the ginger ale, so nah. I will with the very cheap whiskies, yes. I will use a flat ginger ale with very cheap whiskies that I've been trying to get rid of, and I succeeded. I now no longer have any ginger ale because my whiskey's amazing.
So she would have been. I'm trying it. She would have been 18.
You're trying to work out when you got this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to taste
Well,
this while it does
2023,
that.
aren't we?
Cheers. I'm going to taste it.
So,
God, that's amazing.
So 2013. This is probably around about the late 2000s and into the 2010s.
I never remember you having it, but it was one of those ones where I probably...
I had it before she was 18, and that was maybe at least 10 years ago.
The palate, according to Master and Malt, full and rich with notes of chewy tannic oak, manuka honey, yes, walnut with Cox's apples, specifically Cox's apples, orange peels, cut herbs, fennel, and spearmint. So
interesting.
I don't get the spearmint or the fennel. I don't know what fennel is, but the manuka honey, 100%. And the oaky, there's an oakiness here.
So I have from the box, smooth and wonderfully balanced, burst of spices and bitter oranges, drying out on oaky notes.
So there is a dryness, but that's on the finish as well. I've had a sip, by the way. You need to have a sip. As if you need to be told to drink. Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink. It is honeyed, it's sweet, it's got a little bit of an oakiness to it, maybe a little bit of citrus, but I don't get the walnut at all. But yeah, it's rich. Thing is, there are some whiskies we've come across where the flavour instantly you sit there and you go, yeah, this tastes expensive. Yeah.
You can feel this one develop, can't you?
Yeah, it's not. So there are other whiskies that are there on that counter that we've gone through so far that I feel sit in an area of unrealised potential, where they're not quite there yet. And you could argue the Founder's Reserve is that, because it's not quite the full manifestation of what it could be. But that one definitely qualifies. The reason it isn't is because they've had to produce more quickly. That's why it's unrealised. I think the 12 might also fall in that area as well, though. I don't think it's the full. It could be I think it could be slightly. I think there's something not quite finished, but it's still incredible enough.
That potentially comes from how long I've been open.
Yeah, maybe that is.
someone outside is celebrating my birthday and I'll stream with some fireworks.
Have a Red Dwarf salute. You smegheads.
I'm still getting like honeyness now.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
Mm.
It's absolutely exquisite. The finish is long, dry with a spicy oak note.
I don't think it's too dry. It's not as dry as the 15.
It's not dry. It's on the palate, but not on the finish.
Long and lingering hints of oak and spice.
And all things nice. But because it's 18-year-old, it's not anything else. Don't make the joke. Be above it. Mm. Dave is doing the time test, aren't you? No?
No, David's noting your Avengers pops are in non-numerical order.
It's because...
Nor are they in alphabetical order.
well, no, actually they are. If you ignore Thanos, they are in actual... If you ignore Thanos, they're in order from top to bottom, like that.
Ah, they're in series order.
Yeah. If you ignore Thanos, I put him that side because of the gloves.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But yeah, that's why. Also, there's one or two missing. They're all in time traveling costumes. There's one missing because they did Captain Marvel as well, and I was like, she's not in costume, fuck off. I don't want her OP bullshit on my shelf. And demonetized again, I know that was my fault. Yes.
Hashtag blame Yemi.
Yeah, well, let's just blame Yempi. Absolutely. Let's blame the lurker. She is Haram. Sorry.
How long did you time Puck Baker out for? Just
You can only do it for 5 minutes. 300 seconds. We have 23 followers now. Hey, we're getting there. We're getting there. We've moved up in the world from my puking giraffe, which was like pouring one of the last drams. That is a delicious whiskey. Would you say there are other... You've had other 18-year-old whiskies before. Do any of them sit comfortably with Live at 18, or does Live at sit somewhere else? If you had to tier a few of them, where would you put it? Like, Jameson's 18, you've had a glass of mine. Do they sit together or do they sit apart, do you think? Or do you need to have another glass to find out?
So, I think the Johnny Walker 18 Centenary blend sits apart on its own at the top.
Platinum sits somewhere at the bottom.
Platinum sits under several
It's what I used to clean paintbrushes, yeah. Yeah, well, except for the box. The box is beautiful.
Yeah.
They made a lot of effort.
Yeah, we take the bottle out of the box, keep the box on the shelf, and bury the bottle somewhere.
You don't. I wouldn't even give it to my hate. I might give it to my dad though. It could be funny.
See, for me, that sits probably that's better than the Jamesons for me.
You think so? Okay.
I think the Singleton 18, I think is close.
Yeah. It is a speyside though, so you are comparing two speysides there.
Yes, I had this in 18.
You have to pull out the book and have a look. You've had Glenlivet'S 18, but you said that was a bit bland.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other 18s.
Jura 18? I don't have a bottle, but I'm going to get a bottle.
I'm just looking on my list to see if there are 18s. I don't think I have many 18s.
You don't have many in the higher age statements, do you?
No. The ice is a 17.
Yeah. You're a bit peculiar for that, because I think you do have a collection, but a lot of yours that are worth a lot of money are actually a lot younger. Yeah,
I have, but I haven't tried the Bowmore 18 yet.
Yeah, we were meant to do that, weren't we?
Yeah, so that'll be one of the older age statement streams.
So we could do it on a Discord, couldn't we?
Yeah, it depends how the age statement streams go.
Oh yeah, but we got to get to that 18 though first, don't we?
Yeah.
We've got a load of age statements to go through.
We have indeed. No, I don't have any other.
No.
18s,
Oh, fair enough.
So I don't.
Do you have anything older
to compare? Well, I mean, I've tried obviously the
Singleton 21.
Singleton 21, the Jura 21.
Yes, they're both mine. I remember that. It was a good time.
The Glenfiddich, not Glenfiddich, the Glenfarclas 40-year-old, which was something else entirely.
Yes, well, you mentioned it. And I would love to try.
No, 15,
We do have
15.
we do have something older, not than the far class, but older than the others. It's on that shelf over there next to the Balvenie.
Oh, the make.
Singleton 25.
Singleton 25, yes.
Samples. We have samples of that. Anyway, back to this. I think now would be a good time for Dave to look at the time and go and get himself 18 seconds worth of Glenlivet
goodness,
Glen in his mouth. Put Glen in your mouth for 18 seconds.
Well, at least it's Glenlivet, not Glenkeith.
Get wrecked, Keith.
I didn't say Keith. I said Key. Carry on. Ready?
No. Yes. You're.
3,
I'll tell you
2,
quite rightly.
1. Down the hatch in the moof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not going to count anymore. You should get to 8. Okay. All right. Do it. Do it. You've been told. 3, 2, 1. Swallow. Take me down, David. What?
Not so much honey in Jack. I can feel it on the back of my teeth.
Really?
Mm.
All right. I'm down.
Interesting.
Let's do this.
It's
It effervesces, apparently.
There's
All right.
there's warmth. It's definitely balanced. I'm not getting the bitterness, but the smoke. So Mega's now doing the same thing. I don't exactly know what time he's got to go to. Okay, fair enough. He's got 10 seconds left. Okay, I have no idea. He's doing it himself because I have no idea where he actually started.
I started at 30.
No, you're out, Puck. You're fine.
I started at 30.
Okay.
Was for 0 for starting. My
I
mistake.
thought
Sorry.
it was for 50 for finishing.
So, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. I stopped at 8. That is. It's not as nice when you hold it for 18. I don't think it is. It's really, the honey's not there.
No, it loses the honeyness.
It's actually, to be fair, give it a bit more time. It's there,
Yeah,
but it's not as pronounced. I don't like
I
that.
can feel it on the top of my mouth a lot more than the others. So
Yeah. Actually, you were right. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, it does hit the top, the bridge.
Yeah.
It's weird. Am I still in time? No, you're not. But I hope you learnt your lesson. If you haven't, type something that is in the chat, and we will tell you whether you have.
So you should be. I feel like insult like that requires a donation to the coffee to help us with future streams.
You heard him. There's Glenlivet in this world that needs purchasing. Glenmorangie, sorry, Amontillado cast. Okay. I am going to do the heretical because Dave won't.
I would say that you wouldn't necessarily tell that was. I know it's only 3%, but you wouldn't necessarily tell that was stronger than the others.
I can't tell that's any stronger at all. There's a level of smoothness that Glenlivet are known for, renowned for. Even the Caribbean, we mentioned this. We had a couple from my bottle before it got
for the instant.
Yes, but it's just ridiculously.
They're all smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not encountered a flavour yet that really throws me, and I'm really looking forward to the next two because they are complete swerves for both of us.
Yes, we are entering the unknown.
I'm just going to quickly pull up.
Especially if Meg does a YOLO swag fam on an 18-year-old.
Oh, I'm going to. I won't a moment. Don't you worry. Go away.
Could be a Macallan 20 pretentious, like Drunken Suits. But,
Deal with the dog. Dave. Dog.
Ugh.
We're going to have to mute for a second, folks. Back in a moment.
Muddy.
Right, we are back. Wizzy Woo is gone. So I'm going to do the heretical. Dave does not have to. He hasn't got enough to do one anyway, really. But I have enough because I do little guy sips on purpose. Because I need to do a very...
Puck asked the evil question about what we mix our single malt with.
We are elite members of the Neat Whisky Club. We might use bullets, but that's not mixing.
This is not worth a cork. No, wait. These are worth a cork. Sorry.
These are, yes.
These are worth a cork.
But
Therefore,
ones
they
that,
are not mixed.
But those that aren't worth a cork, generally, you can mix them
Yes.
with your mouth. And if you have ones that are worth a cork that happen to have a screw top, you find a cork and put it on, like our Johnny Walker Black.
Yes, this is true. We do have a cork Johnny Walker Black in the corner.
Yes, it needs a pen mark on to identify the next stake line.
Ah.
And one in. I did put a red felt tip pen on there earlier for the. Yeah. Anyway, YOLO swag fam, everyone. I am dreading this one.
He is as well. He's taking a sweet time to get there.
Fine.
That was a big shot.
I hate this. It was so good. It pisses me off. It's not supposed to be so yummy.
I mean, it is, but not in that way.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be. It's a You know what? I'm just gonna cry. Thank you. I remembered. I'm just annoyed because I'm salty because it's really nice and it shouldn't be that good. I just so for the sake of understanding here, it's not the easiest shot of the lot. It's not the easiest at all. In fact, it's actually quite a difficult shot, comparative, because there's a bit more punch to it.
Unfortunately, Puck, Crispbo is the HR department, and he's not here tonight, so good luck with that.
Yes, best of luck. Of course, he's very well known for being supportive. Hello, Shadow Loaf Nose. Hope you're fantastic today. But yes, Glenlivet'S 18 is a brilliant shot. Actually, I would say there's a lot more heat in that 3% extra than there is in any of the others. It holds more heat here. It's got a bit more kick, but not by much. But it's beautiful. And for those who don't know, a YOLO Swag Fam is where Meg takes his glass and he turns it sideways and pours it down his throat and not sticks it up his candy ass. That's a very different kind of shot. But yes,
that may have been Plumpy.
It might be me. I mean, I don't know. Yes, it's absolutely, you swallowed like a good boy. Well, you know all about that, wouldn't you? Because you're also a good boy, I hear. But yes, I think it's absolutely fantastic. Come on. Do you want to do it? Because we've got 2 more whiskies to do. Yo, hang on, no, we'll ask the chat. Press 1 in the chat. Press 1 in the chat. Press 1 in the chat. Thus is written, thus is law. Put that back in the bottle. Thus is written, thus is law, and your rap. 15. If you want Dave to YOLO Swag Fam his Glenlivet 18. 1 in the chat if you want Dave. 5 different people need to press 1 for Dave to YOLO Swag Fam his very expensive, for special occasions only, whiskey.
Which is now a third empty.
It's alright. Oh, we got 1. Come on, people. Come on. You know I want this. 2. That's it. 3. 4. And there we go, Trups. Look, that's
hello, Trups. Damn you, Trups.
Hello,
all in one.
Hello, gorgeous. How you doing?
Oh dear.
YOLO Swag Fam, bitch. Clink.
I feel like the Indiana Jones thing. You chose poorly.
Mr. Yodel. It's really good.
That's a bit nutty.
It is, isn't it? It's annoying, isn't it, that you've done 4 so far?
I can't say I would do that regularly.
No, I bloody wouldn't either. It's too expensive.
But actually, yeah.
We've done this with... I've got expensive whiskies. I would never... I will shoot maybe for a stream purpose, but generally I haven't shot like the Jura 21 or the Singleton. I didn't shoot them. On stream, I don't think I did either.
No.
I know, I think I did the 21 Singleton. I didn't the Jura, though. This is good. What do you think overall, though? Do you think the quality is improving with each whiskey?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. I think the 15 stands out the most to me, with the finish, especially on the shot. That's the best shot of the lot. Hands down, 15 has the best shot. As far as like drink goes, the 18 sits above all. It's just it's brilliantly smooth. The honey flavors are there, and the thing is, if we need to test it with honey, I've got 2 jars of honey in my room because I like honey. All right. We could actually test it with both, and you just taste honey. It'd be brilliant. Exciting shots. Absolutely. Press D for Do It Dave. Absolutely, Shadowloaf. Press D if you want Dave to stick his D in you. What? What? Who said that? Anyway, chin chin for the water, because I'm looking forward to the next one, because the next one's mine. Right. Here we are. We're into the new terrain, everyone. This is officially different. I bought this thinking Dave had it, and it would mean he brought less bottles down. Turns out I was wrong. Dave doesn't have it. He's never had it.
No.
And it means, holy shit, we're having 2 brand new whiskies. It's great for a number of reasons. The first being, it's one neither of us have had. The second, because it is a cognac cask finish. I've never had a cognac cask finish. I don't drink cognac.
Rich and intense flavour.
I'm looking forward to that, because if it's just smooth like the others, then it's a letdown. So now we know we're basing, because we've had the other 4 before, Founders, 12, 15, 18, we've got something different. You've got a French oak finish, we've got a cognac finish. I'm looking forward to this. Thank you.
Which will allow you the honours of breaking the seal.
Oh.
That was more of a kiss than a lick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Since you want to pour from it, I'll lick it later. Anyway, bit of noise porn. Oh, it's a bit too quiet. Very well.
Don't get a huge amount of a foil rip.
Okay.
Ooh. Hello. Ooh.
Oh, hiya. What? Okay. Can't tell. I'm not sure yet, but we'll get there. Bring your glass. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Sorry, folks, I'm not talking much.
We are pouring. And capping.
Oh, you capped me. Oh, take that and pour. Oh, there's a few dregs in there. There we go. Put that on. You're just watering down the whiskies in there, though. Okay, so yes, I bought this because I genuinely thought he had it, and I made a mistake in that, and that's brilliant. Again, because we're lucky in one respect, because I thought Dave was also going to bring his Caribbean rum cask, but that would have meant 7 whiskies in a stream, and that would have been last time all over again.
Yeah.
I went to bed and slept very well because of that. We do have tasting notes.
So stay warm in the cabin.
From Master Malts, which there's no point me bringing them up because I have them on the tablet but don't need them. But now, there went the moment to say, yes, it's been gone for about 40. Yeah. Well, I haven't had any ads yet, so I'd assume yes, you're right. Would David like to read the... well, actually, perhaps there's something different on that box.
So this box has like a wheel graph.
So does your new one as well.
Yes. To show the flavour profile from 0 to 5.
Which we saw this on the Spectre website.
Yeah.
When did Spectre, remember that?
So fruity, we are at a 4.
Oh.
Floral, a 3.
You are fruity.
Vanilla, a 3.
Vanilla?
Toffee, a 4.
Oh.
Spice, a 3.
Oh.
And raisin, a 4.
That's raisin? That's fruit.
So on the nose, sweet and fruity aromas of honey and apricot jam, with notes of cinnamon bread and a subtle sensation of spicy licorice.
So, fun fact, you have just verbatim read the Master and Malt website. It says tasting notes by the producer.
So I call plagiarism.
Tasting notes from the producer.
Oh, so they've basically, they've just copied and pasted.
Actually, I'm just gonna do that and go here. There you go. We'll just look at the bottles for this, because there's no point me showing the tasting notes, because it's just the same thing on the box.
So, palate.
Well, no. We'll get to that after we taste it.
Oh, yes, we need to
We've got to nose it. You ready? Allow me to help you here, sir. Nose me. Oh, that smells very different. That is very different. That is nothing like the others. I've got
licorice,
Yeah, that's definitely. There's apricot there, isn't there?
Apricot
jam. A little bitterness, sort of fruit. It's very sugary bitterness, like a bitter fruit sort of smell. Yeah. Hi, Ragamuffin. Hello, Malice. Hope you're both well. Is this where the drunks hang? Absolutely. We are trying Glenlivet'S. We're now on number 5, which is the one on the right. My bottle. Captain's Reserve. Neither of us have had it. We're very excited. I've gone through the others so far, and quite frankly, they're sitting in the correct order. Although, to be honest, Glenlivet Captain's probably will sit somewhere else. You never know. We haven't even got to the best one. Well, potentially the best one yet, because it's completely unknown. It's brand new. It's interesting. Okay. What does the palate say, Dave?
So, succulent flavours of mandarins in syrup.
Oh.
ripe poached pears, and chocolate dipped raisins.
You have my attention. Very well, good sir. Are you ready? This will be new and interesting.
Maybe a left of this.
Oh, my tongue. Oh, please do. Giggly. Oh, moist. Daddy. Oh, that's different. Oh,
That's not as smooth.
No, but it's really good. That is not a smooth...
Well, I'm getting the chocolate.
Yeah. I've got the very, very, very potent fruity flavours. But that doesn't have to be... I think that's a cognac thing. Because cognac's not that... Whenever I've had it, it's not been smooth.
Yeah.
But that is still brilliant. I really like that. Hi, Lisa.
How do you rate it on the Whelm scale?
Well, this one hasn't underwhelmed. None of them have, to be honest. No, none of them are underwhelming at all.
They have all achieved, at the very least, a Whelm.
And they've improved in Whelm levels as we've gone through them. I think this might be a minor step back, but I think it still sits quite comfortably somewhere else. The 18, it's very hard to beat the 18 in Whelm, but I don't think this is necessarily chasing its coattails, because the 18 just sits on a level on its own. I think this sits somewhere else, but we're not quite... We've got to get a few more tastes in yet. We're going to work it out. I'm really enjoying this one, though. It's beautiful. The tasting notes are fine. It's maybe not as smooth, but that doesn't matter. It's still smooth, though.
Yeah.
When he says not as smooth, it doesn't mean it isn't smooth.
Not as smooth in the context of a Glenlivet is basically smooth compared to most other whiskies.
Yes. Although there are some, that are so flavourless almost that is smooth on its own, sure. Or they're too subtle. Glenfiddich have a horrible habit of making whiskies that are very bland tasting. Go on.
This is actually a blend.
Look, it's a single malt though.
It does, but this must be a blend to a degree because it says a portion of the whiskey is finished in cognac casks. So, in a sense, it is blended because although it's the same whiskey, but some of it is taken and finished in another cask and then mixed back in.
That's called a blended malt. But it's still, because it still derives from the same single malt, they're playing semantics.
Yeah.
But it still can be argued because of that to be a single malt. But you are right, it's a blended malt.
Yeah, they have
a blended single malt.
Two different finishes of the same malt together.
That's interesting because they separate some of it. Interesting.
Yeah, so it's a portion. It's not all of it.
It's quite fascinating to me that I see people on some website like Dramface. They review whiskies and they complain when the ABV's too low.
Yeah.
There's not enough going on here. Bitch, this is a 40. There's plenty going on.
There's quite a lot going on in most of these.
That's 43 and there's plenty going on in that. Calm your tits and have a biscuit, alright? Unless you're...
I can't, you ate them.
Bitch. Of course I did. I bought them. I was working on a video about dwarfs. Okay? I think you should incorporate the Whelm scale. And I think we should, actually. That's a good idea. Yeah, we should.
A little arrow that moves from underwhelmed to whelmed to overwhelmed.
I can get an animation sorted for that. That'd be a laugh. Make it more interactive on stream. Yeah. You're high, are you, Malice?
Oh, no whelm, underwhelm, whelm, overwhelmed, and much whelmed.
Yeah, well, yes. It's an accurate scale, I promise. Total legitness. I think this is quite smooth. You get a nice big glug.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Yeah, it's still smooth. It's just not quite as refined as maybe the 15 and the 18.
I don't know. I think it might sit with the 15. I don't think it's... You can't compare the 18 because the 18 is just on a league in its own. I think this sits around the 15. There's no age statements. We don't really know what it's supposed to be. Because I don't know where the baseline is. Like, where would they start for it? Minimum is 4 years. But that's not 4.
Yeah.
That's definitely not a 4. Not for it to be as smooth as Glenlivet'S.
That's an 8 or something.
I don't know. It's beautiful, though. It's very interesting because it's cognac cask. And I know nothing about cognac beyond the couple glasses I've had here and there, you know? I put on a Christmas pudding and lit up because we like fire! I said wrong. How do I say it? Fire! I can't do it. My voice won't do it. It's like Matt Heafy not being able to do aggression vocals. Fire!
It's supposed to be rich and intense. The raisin-rich spiciness of cognac brings enjoyable intensity to the smooth and fruity Glenlivet style.
Maybe that's what's taking some of the smoothness out, though. That might be a substitution, which we don't allow here, by the way, folks. No substitutions, no reductions, because we're a chef from Sacramento, from The Big Bang Theory. And no soup for you. Gladys, oh yes, tasting soup, yes. Anyway, if you're, by the way, if you've arrived, don't forget to smash the like, because...
Yes, we have 24 likes now.
Yes, absolutely. The more the better. I know there's less viewers than likes, but we don't care. We want more likes. And that helps us. It really does. As does any support you offer in any way, shape or form. Chat engagement especially. There's no age statement, so we can't do a time test.
No.
Would Dave like to subject it to a small time test, like 10 seconds? Wait until it gets to 0, and then do it if you want to. Do you want to do it?
I'll go for about 8, I reckon.
Alright, go on then. Now. Alright. Wait till it gets to 30, okay? We're working on the OBS time thing, so we know how long we've been going. Just over 2 hours. We're not doing too bad. There you go. What do you think? You're not as... I will say your reaction hasn't been as joyous as previous ones, but...
It's a bit more muted. It's a bit more understated.
So I think the reason also
There's
why...
definitely something there.
I think another reason why, though, is because you had a lot more of the 15, the 12, and the 18 compared to this, but also because you're trying to understand this one. So you're like, I can't necessarily enjoy it until I know enough to know
we're
if...
trying to learn. We're learning.
Yeah, I'll do the 8 seconds. 9, 10.
Yeah, because it's new. We don't really know what to make of it, so we kind of compare it to some known quantities, which makes it a little bit more of an interesting challenge.
What's the finish on this? Because I've got a long finish, warm finish on the tongue.
Incredibly smooth and luscious.
Yeah, I would say no. It's long, it's warm, it's got a bit of spice to it. Bit of spice. But it does feel like there's something... You said muted. I feel like that when I mentioned unrealised potential, I think there's something here that is unrealised. Because it just feels like something's being held back. I don't know what it is. On the finish, I can feel it. It's like it's something not quite complete. Like a prog rock album.
Yeah.
You know? But it's still really nice. I'm happy to have that in my cabinet, to be honest. I think that's delicious. And I'm also really happy because I've got to try something new, cognac cask. But I'm going to have to do the heretical.
Well, I mean, you've done everything else. So.
I'll do it soon, but I'll put that over there for now, if that's okay with you. I'm a little squiffy. I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire.
Ah, I love the crazy bottle off around.
Sorry. Fire! That's what it is, isn't it?
Do, fire.
Fire! I have to do it muted because the niece is being in bed. I can't shout that. But congratulations on being squiffy.
So if you wake one up, we'll be in trouble.
Oh, what a shame.
They'll be in trouble, I should say.
I'll punch him in the face. I'll go back to sleep. Although I want to anyway.
Yeah.
As a casual drink, I think this one's a definite drinker. It's certainly if you sat down at a table with a group of friends, you pulled that out, you have a good evening.
Yeah.
It's not. If someone did it with the 18, you might have one glass. You do it with the 12, 15, the captains, the founders, you just drink it. I think you might have a bit more fun with the 15. And I would say the captains because it's cognac cask.
Yeah.
Those two are cask finishes.
Yeah, they're slightly different. Aren't
Exactly. They sit somewhere else, whereas the founders is also removed. The 12 and the 18, they don't... I mean, the 18 is a sherry cask, but the 12 is not. It's just standard.
Yeah.
That's probably ex-bourbon, to be honest.
Probably, yeah. It's the most common one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. No bad stuff! I can't do the voice for X-Men. Lisa in bed. It's like... You know what time it is. If you can... Yeah, you might not. But yeah, that's... The cask finishes are very different. Because if you put the rum cask in there, I think even though the rum cask is delicious, I think it sits below the 15. I think it sits below the captains as well. I think it's just... The rum cask one's strange because a lot of different distilleries do different. Some go with the spice, some go with the sweet. If memory serves, the Glenlivet one is sweet.
Yeah.
Which makes sense since most of their whiskies are sweet.
Yeah,
I think the real swerve for them would have been to go spice.
it would have been different, yeah, but I think like, they're trying to stick with their brand,
So
per se, aren't they?
it's interesting you say that because now I have to point out. Earlier you mentioned after I asked you about the Founders Reserve, you renamed it, and I point out to you they stuck with the reserve name because they've used it everywhere else. It seems uniform.
Oh, they haven't. Well, yeah, Captain's Reserve, but then French Oak Reserve. They've called that the French Oak Reserve based on the wood, though, whereas that one they've called Captain's Reserve, not rather than like a cognac reserve or something.
I think that's because of a reason. We should find that out. Let's find out. You're actually quicker on the phone than I am. Why is Glenlivet Captain's Reserve called it? I think it is based. It must be based on a boat thing. It has to be, unless it's based on the captain. If anyone's seen How I Met Your Mother, that joke has come back 2 hours later. You're all welcome. There is one last whiskey, by the way.
For
after
Captain
this.
William Smith Grant, none other than George Smith's great grandson, who's the founder of Glenlivet.
Hey, there we go. That's
good
cool.
Captain served in France during World War One, so who better to dedicate the distillery's first ever cognac finished whiskey to, as he was serving in France when he inherited the distillery.
How cool is that?
Okay.
That's awesome. I love that. Now I like it even more. And doing what I'm about to do then is going to be even less blasphemous.
Yes, because soldier.
Exactly.
Probably just gone down the hatch.
I mean, they might have got one shot every year. That's it. Because the rations are a bit tight then. Okay, well, I'm going to do a shot.
Just a little bit.
For those who don't know, YOLO Swag Fam is me doing a shot of what I have left in my glass, which is not much. I mean, it looks like a lot because of the chronicle.
Yeah.
No. Is Dave going to join me on this?
Yeah, go for
Press 1 in the chat if you want Dave to do a
I've already said go for it.
Very well. YOLO Swag Fam. Oh, that's good.
Oh, there's a tingle.
Oh, it's something new though.
It's effervescing on my tongue.
It's interesting.
Moist.
No, that's really nice. I like that. I like that. That's annoying. Do you know what that is? Okay, so it is a very rare day where I do 5 shots in a row from 5 different whiskies or expressions, and all 5 are amazing as shots.
Yeah, it's quite rare that we don't stumble across a bad one.
But if I had to reorder that, I would say the Glenlivet sits further down as it's the worst shot because you have so many other factors to add. It's not the flavour.
Right. Which one are we talking?
So if I did it in order of quality for me, flavour on a shot, 18 is right at the other end.
Ooh.
Because it costs a lot, and because it's not as sweet on the shot.
Okay.
It's not as much flavour on the shot. I can't put the Founders on there because I got no taste. I think the 15 was the best shot. I think the Captain's is just behind it, and the 12. Yeah. I had to put the 18 last though because I don't want to do that as a shot. I have to treat it as the worst shot because I don't want to do it as a shot. And I think that's a respectful way of saying, don't shoot Glenlivet 18.
Yes, we do these things so you don't have to.
Or I do it and then you bully him into doing it. Oh look, they all said 1 anyway.
Yes.
It counts. Shoot it. He's already done it.
Yeah.
No,
It's already gone.
There's already a little bit left in mine. It's fine. Brilliant. So for those who are interested and don't know, there is one more whiskey that's not there, and there's a reason why. After the stream, I'll be changing the thumbnail to include it. In fact, oh, fucking hell. And the reason why is because it's crap. Okay, there it is. It is this one. This is David's, if he's willing to accept it as such, his official birthday whiskey.
Yeah.
Are you willing to accept that as it, and not the 35-year-old whiskey you were looking at?
I mean, I'm not going to open the 35-year-old whiskey, so
I'll do it. Very well.
Where's the silver pen? It's here somewhere because we've used it.
Yeah, it is here. There you go. Hit the. Hang on. Actually,
Yeah.
gotta do that and stab it a bit to get some ink in. There you go. What are you gonna do? You're actually gonna write birthday whiskey on there. Did you do that on the Pierce?
No,
Okay.
but I have a silver paint pen, so I could do it with this.
Okay, well, very well. He's written his age on it, basically. I used to write birthday whiskies based on my birthday number age on that as well. It wasn't a Glenmorangie 10 actually in there in that box, but I took it off because I thought it looked lame. I probably should have left it on, to be honest. It was like a nostalgic thing. But yes, the last whiskey we're trying today is Glenlivet 12 Licensed Dram. With Dave's permission, this is a whiskey myself, my two sisters, and Leona have bought for him. Dave actually...
That begs the question of which two sisters. Given you have three.
Who do I talk to?
Yeah, fair point.
Now, this is where it's a laugh, because last night David mentioned that he didn't get a birthday present from us. And I had to say to him after the stream, you did. We just didn't give it to you. You never asked anything afterwards about it. You didn't ask, and I was like, I'm glad you didn't, because I didn't want to spoil it before the stream, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, that's something. It could be something special. Like, it's a 12, so it'll sit next to a 12.
Yeah.
But it's different, and we don't know anything about it. I have not put any of the tasting notes from the box on the stream. Also, you can only get that on Amazon. So tasting notes are completely.
Master Malt as well.
It shouldn't be. Oh no, Illicit Dram was.
No,
Sorry,
one's on there as well.
it shouldn't have been. Oh really? It was Amazon exclusive. When did they change that? When they first came out, they were Amazon exclusives.
Yeah, perhaps they were.
Are they?
It's definitely on there.
Okay, well that spoils it. All right, fair enough. Anyway, the point is, I've not pulled up theirs on purpose because I don't want to. You know, because you've got a box and it's got loads of information on it, and I thought perhaps you could read from that for us.
Yeah. I found them on Master Malt just in case.
It shouldn't be there. It shouldn't. It was meant to be an Amazon thing. I thought it was special. You got nice. Yeah, you got nice 2 years in a row by me.
Yep.
So would Dave like to read something from that box?
This is extra nice because my parents are hopefully not going to moan about one bottle compared
Perhaps
to
don't
9
knock
I've
the
got
bottle.
last.
Don't knock the bottle. Oh, the glass. Yeah. Drink your water.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
He hates flavourless water. So, would Dave like to read the box aloud?
Yes, David's just reading what bits of it need to be read.
Read all of it, I don't
we
care.
have a semicircle graph. We have hit 4 on fruity, floral, and spice.
He is very fruity, David.
We've hit a 3 on vanilla and raisin, and a 2 on toffee.
Vanilla.
Nose. Soft peaches intertwined with warming cinnamon and gingerbread.
Oh.
Taste. Golden honey and vanilla layered perfectly with hazelnut and licorice.
Okay.
And the finish is long, sweet, with lasting spice notes.
So, there's something on this, and the Captain's Reserve I've just noticed that isn't there. Colour. Is the colour on the Captain's Reserve? Because I don't recall seeing it there.
No, don't believe it is. Because they've done the graph instead, so no, it starts with nose.
That's interesting. That's a fantastic, alteration. It's a special meg. Yes, it is special meg, absolutely. It is 100% special. Okay, well, yes, very well. We're on to the final hurdle, everyone. People are dropping off. No doubt they're going to sleep because we're putting them to sleep. This one's a bit tricky if you open, isn't it? Because you don't want to ruin the label, do you? Dave is trying to take the very long label on the shaft, and he's trying to peel that shaft like a pro. Oh, he's torn it. He's doing. Oh, hang on. Oh no,
it's gone.
He fucked it. I can re-glue it if you like.
Everything that's necessary.
I got Pritt stick. I can glue it back on. It's fine. Oh, Dave is. Oh. Nope.
Had to go over the top because otherwise.
Oh, go back. We can just put it in the box, can't you? Dave is actually having an issue here, removing the protection on the bottle.
The foil won't go through the paper.
He's been foiled by the foil. He is being.
The foil has broken.
He's tearing it like a condom. He's having a real problem. It's a palaver, mate. It's a right malarkey over here. Oh, yeah. Jesus, it's crumbling in his hands. He has absolutely fecked it. Oh.
This has definitely gone downhill.
Imhotep does not favour you on this day.
No, it's taken a turn for the worse.
Do you want to hang on. Do you want these scissors and just run it around the edge?
Might be needed.
Hang on. Let go. Right, pass it for a second. Right.
So the problem with this is the foil tear that goes all the way around has to go under and through a paper seal that goes over.
Twist the top
and
and
up,
pull it off now. Twist
and
it.
it didn't quite work.
I should twist and score. Do you want me to do it, or are you okay? It's actually being a ball ache to him. Do you want me to do it?
I got it. Let's go.
You got it? It should it's scored, so it shouldn't have. Oh, hang on. What?
Ooh.
For 250 bits, I'll finish that sentence. Oh,
Came out dark.
that is very dark. Oh, this is oh, hang on.
Oh, cap it.
Cap it. It's capped. I ain't afraid of no cap. What? Actually, we don't need water. Get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there. There we go. Beautiful. Well, you can have all your rubbish left.
Yeah.
Put it back in the box or something. That was an accident. That was. Oh, she failed. There we go.
Yeah.
It's code for. I want more, Daddy. What? Okay, so the nose on this again. What did it say?
Soft peaches intertwined with warming cinnamon and gingerbread.
Why is it called licensed dram, Dave? Does it say on the box? Dave is silently reading because he doesn't want to read too much in case it's the wrong thing.
Ah, right. So this is based on a move from like illegal whiskey making,
Yeah.
where they actually blended this or made this specifically to gain a license to actually make a whiskey.
So that would be why the first of the series is called the illicit dram, because that's the illegal one.
Yes.
And I really want to try that. Just because illegal.
Yes. So this is one where they went through the process to gain an actual whiskey
Oh,
distillery
sweet.
license.
Duck Chaver in the chat. I don't want my roommate to come in asking if I'm watching Corn. Shadow of Nose. It's very dark. I've only had a quid for every man who told me that.
Seven.
Demonetized. So, would Dave like to smell? Do you want to? It's a 12. So do you want to leave it a little bit longer, or do you want to have a sniff? It's a nice, rich. It's a darker
It's
color.
definitely a deep colour.
Yes, it's a very deep color. That's
Darker than honey.
Oh my. Oh
hello.
different. That was a lot more on the nose than I expected. I took a proper glug of like nose. That is a lot more intense, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Holy
That hits.
crap. That is fruity. Very fruity.
Cinnamon, yes.
Yes. This is the whiskey equivalent to a cinnamon challenge. It's quite nice, but bloody hell, that is a lot stronger on the flavour, on the nose especially. Oh, that's so strong on the nose though.
Cinnamon and ginger. Certainly no peaches, but yeah.
No,
cinnamon and ginger.
nah, there's no Leona in this.
No.
That doesn't mean necessarily good or bad though. It's Schrodinger's cat for whiskey. Call it Schrodinger's peach. How about that? We don't know if it's rotten yet or not. Oh, I'm gonna get in the neck for that. Oh no.
Oh. Wait for the inevitable delay to the stream and then see the spurge happen.
So I can do a dun dun dun.
Not sure how to take that. I'd say with a pinch of salt, but
I mean, it might help. Anyway, right, that is so right. So, whereas the Captain's Reserve is rich and intense, that's very misleading. This smells intense. It's very different. I make all the Friends jokes over again if you like, but that is just intense. Although, sit it here. Yeah, if it sits like there, I don't know, it's something different. It sits very different. If you angle your nose differently, it's very different. But it's still really fruity, but very strong. What's the percentage on that again? It's 48, isn't it?
48, yeah.
That smells strong. That's what it is.
Yeah, 48.
That's the issue. I think that might be the thing.
Yeah.
Because the others are 40, 43. This is 48. This is 5% higher than the 18. And the 18, the 43 is fine. It's fantastic. This might be where it's plateaued a bit. It's a bit, a bit too much for it. I think the only thing we can do now then is have a sip and find out. What do you think? Yeah? Well, cheers, good sir. Happy birthday.
Cheers, thank you.
Oh, that is nice. It doesn't taste anywhere near as strong as it smells.
No.
But it's got a fruitiness to it. There's something strong hitting at the back though.
Golden honey and so taste is golden honey and vanilla layered perfectly with hazelnut and licorice.
That might be what it is actually, the licorice.
There's definitely the smoothness of the honey.
The honey's in all of them.
Yeah.
Every single one, honey. I mean, I could get a jar. I've got the bee sticky thing. You can try it if you like. Got some honeycomb if you like. We just have a little bite. Honestly, it's fantastic. That's brilliant, actually, isn't it? You know what you need to do though, because it's your birthday, whiskey. You're going to have to be the one that subjects it to 12 seconds at some point. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Because I'd rather not subject you to YOLO Swag Fam because this is your birthday. I'll do it, but you won't.
Always have to do the time in the mouth challenge.
4 seconds.
Yeah.
Get your mouth ready. 2, 1, now. Right, so Dave is doing 12 seconds. For those who are watching on playback or don't know, 1 second for every year of maturation, and you then unlock as much flavour as you can. Yeah. Hopefully, there you go, he's finished it. Finish is quite intense, isn't it?
Lasting, yes.
Yeah.
Long, yes, and spice. Again, not sure about the vanilla, but the licorice, yeah.
Just give me the box a second. He has a price up here for the original price for the license. What do you think for the license to the said collector of excise? Do you think how much it cost back when they got it?
£6.
£10, 10. That is awesome to know. Collector, supervisor, even has the royal seal. That is really cool because it also has some of the original contract writing here. That is very interesting. I know the box is off center and that might trigger some people, but this is a piece of history.
Some people.
Doesn't bother me. I think it's fantastic because it's off center. It annoys me, which is perfect. But it doesn't bother me because I think it's different. And also, that's how they did that shit back then. They misprinted everything.
Yeah.
They couldn't reprint it. No, I like that. That's really nice. All of them are, though. That's really irritating.
Yeah.
It is a whiskey where I don't want to order them based on flavour or what I think is the best one. Because I don't think it's a fair contest. So I'd rather just be like, no, these are all good, you know?
Yeah. This is the original stories on the bottom.
The flavour is strong, but it's not as strong. But it's really nice. It finishes long-ish. It's not as long as one of the other ones had a longer finish. 15, I think it was. Had a pretty long finish. That's a decent finish.
I think, yeah, the captains and the 15.
They're pretty long finishes, yeah.
Yeah.
The 12, nah.
No,
Founders,
not so much.
Founders, nah. 18, not really.
Surprisingly, no.
Yeah, I think because it's a bit stronger, you'd expect to have a little bit more on the length. But
Yeah.
no, it's great actually. I'm actually quite happy with that. I think we've done surprisingly quite well on the flavour. One? Oh, we're doing what? Wait, one? I don't think Dave needs. Oh, I doubt he will, but I will. Like I need an excuse. That's really nice whiskey, actually. So I haven't done you dirty then.
No.
It's like when you got me Bunnahabhain 12, which is beautiful. We love that. And then Auchentoshan, or Kentoshi, which is well, we've done a bottle of that.
Yeah.
Yes, we've quite fun. And you have many more of them, in fact. Yes, it's weird. You have many more of them, but you haven't touched them.
Oh, have to drink through things.
Got to make sure in case they go under, you've got a reserve. It's Dave's reserve of Auchentoshan or Kentoshi, whichever you prefer, pronunciation-wise. Hi, Sarah. Hope you're well today.
The Dave Bay bottle.
The Dave Bay bottle. It's the Dave Bay Reserve. Glenlivet edition.
Yes, I reserved it in my cabinet.
See, it works. I assume my mind will be the same for Glenmorangie G10. Well, it would have been if I hadn't just finished. We hadn't just finished the bottle.
Yeah.
It was okay. It went to a good home. Our livers. If you're a cannibal and you're in the market to saute, maybe serve al dente, let us know. I want to commit the heinous crime, but you do not have to. No chat encouragement will be required. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I'm going to because I'm Meg and I do whatever the fuck I want. Are you actually going to do it, are you?
No, not with that much. Too much fun.
Look a second, let me have a look. Cool, about the same. Alright, YOLO swag fam. Warm. Fruity as go. Very smooth. A very smooth shot. Very good shot, actually. I thoroughly enjoy that. That annoys me even more now. 6 for 6. Yeah. Every single one was a banging shot. And the only bonus today is, because Dave hasn't left the room, I haven't actually, I haven't done extra drinks to pass the time. Nor was he an hour late.
No, it's even better. True. Yeah.
That was a very long stream. That was fantastic. I really liked that.
Yeah, well, I suspected there might be a conversation, but yeah. I suspect there might be a conversation, but no.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's really nice, actually. That's a good shot. I'm not saying do it, but if you do want to do it, it's not actually a bad shot. Of course, it's a strange one because it's strong, but it's not. As a shot, you get more honey from it, I think, and certainly a lot more warmth at the end. It's not as warm as others I've done, but it's certainly one of the top 3.
There's a reasonable amount of warmth, though. Just
on
normal drinking.
Yeah, I think there is. But on the shot, it's definitely more pronounced, I think. Because you're drinking a lot more, aren't you?
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's delicious, though. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm going to bring us back here, by the way, because don't need that anymore. Hello, everyone. We're gorgeous, aren't we? No, that's really good. I really enjoyed that. I'm very happy with that. No regrets in the slightest. I think the 18's the one you don't want to shoot because of what it is.
Yeah.
But I still think the others, they're actually all right as shots. Although I wouldn't want to shoot the licensed dram solely because it's limited edition.
Yeah.
Unless you've got a backup bottle, it's too risky.
Yeah, you'd go for it.
You would. I think I'd go through all of them, except for the 18, because they're easy to get hold of. Captain's not so easy, but the other 3 you can get the other 15, 12, and Founders you get in Tesco.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there are your shots. Easy, bosh, done. Right, smart. What do you think of this though? This licensed dram?
It's interesting. It's not. I'd say it's not as smooth as the 12 comparatively.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we're still talking smooth because it's a Glenlivet.
You're right to compare the 2 12s because one is the standard 12, like now today's standards 12. That is based on the original 12, and that's interesting because you have that with Glenlivet Tamnavulin. The original Tamnavulin recipe is not the same as what we get now.
No, they changed.
And I think that applies to that. I think it applies to all of them where the recipe is deviated so big. You could argue the 15 more than likely is not based on the original 15. It can't be. There's no way they started with French oak.
No, probably not.
I think it's a good point to point out the comparison, but also it's not necessarily unfair.
Yeah.
Because again, the thing you learn from that licensed dram, I think that's really important is that is if that's what the original was meant to what it was, that is That's an amazing starting point.
And I'm looking at that and thinking, well, if that's the original, why is the Founders Reserve not more like that?
Actually, that's a good point. I don't know. But the Founders is ridiculously smooth. It's like a refined interpretation, isn't it?
Yeah, or vice versa, obviously. But
I think
different.
I'd argue that is refined in the sense of it's removed some of the edge from the licensed dram.
Yeah.
So what I mean here, for those listening, the Founders Reserve is incredibly smooth, but it's incredibly smooth, right? It's great flavour, whereas the licensed dram has some roughness, but it's not actually rough. It's more a complexity brought on by the strength, which enhances some of that smoothness and turns it into what it actually is supposed to be. And that adds additional depth to the flavour profile. And if what they originally started with is just to be clear here, that is their licensed dram, that's what they started with when they got to get the license.
Yeah.
The Founders Reserve was then trying to appease a market with making sure they had as much as possible by staying true to it as close to the recipe as they could.
Yeah,
the 12 is the standard.
Having seen that information about the fact that they brought that in to deal with the shortage of demand, shortage of supply compared to demand of 12.
I've got huge respect for it.
The Founders Reserve. See, for me, it annoys me more that it's called Founders Reserve for being a stopgap whiskey.
You also have to remember here, Founders Reserve, you compared that to the licensed dram. Forgetting here, they operated before then. So it wasn't licensed before, was it? So the Founders Reserve doesn't have to be anything to do with the licensed dram.
This is true.
But also licensed is an age statement that is not.
Yeah.
Founders Reserve could arguably be a form of blend as well, based on the fact of what it is.
By the Captains as well.
Well, Captain's is a blended malt, at least. It's still a single malt, but it's a semantic thing of pushing it in two different directions. It's a very interesting conversation, I think. And it is the first time I don't want to sit here and order the whiskies in what I think are preference. I don't want to do it. I don't want to. I think they're all brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And it's one of the one of the few streams we've done where every single one's been amazing.
Yeah.
And we did one on Discord earlier in the week.
Yeah, that's true. That was pretty good.
That was banging. That was. And we even did a little baseline test, which we could have taken further with double black. But I think once you go black, you never go back, and you don't want to risk a double black because then you just enjoy it too much. You end up wanting 4 black and then oct black, and it just gets
more.
Yeah, and it just gets a bit too risky, and you end up hurting your anus in the morning. Who said that? But yeah, do you like it though? Do you think it sits comfortably in your collection? Would it be one you drink?
Yeah, no, it will be certainly used more than the 18 and the 15. It will certainly be one that does get drunk. Okay, it won't be on the just regular drinking whiskey shelf.
Well, you've got some to get rid of, haven't you? Also, it's a birthday whiskey. My birthday whiskeys sit apart. They sit removed from the others because they're the ones they're mine.
Yeah.
You know, that's another thing. Also, when I was going through my birthday whiskies, I've got a list, as you know. I didn't want to get you whiskies that I have. Again, that I don't want overlap in collections.
Yeah.
So I don't have a birthday whiskey Glenlivet, but I don't have a Penderyn either. I also don't have I had a Talisker, but I don't now. So I was glad you did say Talisker because I didn't want to give you one that overlapped with mine.
Yeah. I
wanted yours to be removed and different. And there's a point to that because it's yours, not mine. And I think as two collectors, different types of collectors, I think it's important to have that kind of thing. Because if we both just have the same crap, we don't get to enjoy different things, do we?
No, that's I think the advantage of our collections we've got is that we've got so many variations of different things across.
Yeah, you got more Islers than
distilleries and things that we can make good streams and good tasting.
You've got more Islers than I do, hands down. I have Boonhaven and Lefroy. I got Bruichladdich and Octomore Shore, but I don't really open them. Octomore to me is a novelty, but generally, the only time where Dave and I are completely in alignment is Johnny Walker. However, neither of us have the same Johnny Walker collection.
No.
Ours are vastly different. We both have the same number of Johnny Walkers, but they're both different. I have Blender's batches. He doesn't. Although he really does need to get them.
Yeah, and you've got the origins of the...
Yeah, I got 2 of them. I was going to say, we were going to get you a Sweet Pete as well, just to throw in.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to risk you being like, oh, this is the birthday whiskey now. We're like, no, it's going to be Glenlivet. Fuck off. I have none of that shit here, thank you. No. Sweet Pete, by the way, Johnny Walker, if you can get your hands on it, is amazing. It's also affordable.
Yeah,
It's
do find that if you find it.
It's the only time it's the only time my sister's ever slapped me after tasting it. Older sister, so she hits harder. The others can't because they're pussies. But it's really nice. I really enjoyed those. I'm glad you liked the Vic 12 licensed dram because it's very. Are you going to the other swag fan?
Yeah, I have been.
Everyone,
enough. But
brace yourselves. Yeah. It's that time of stream again. YOLO swag fam, Dave. Clink. It's really nice. That's really irritating, isn't it? Because every single one is delicious. Tell me that's frustrating without telling me it's frustrating. To find 6 whiskies, some of which are quite pricey, that all bang. They all bang in your mouth. What?
I'd say that's the...
Hello, sailor.
I'd say that's probably the first stream we've done where they've all been good to drink and to shoot.
I will say, just for the sake of this stream, this is the penultimate in excessive individual shots of many different bottles. Because the next one will be Penderyn, and that's 7.
Yes. That's going to be interesting.
And then we're going on a boat the next day. If one of us throws up, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But we've got that chasing herons, which I don't know what heron is. But we have that, and then afterwards we're going to reduce it down a bit just for the sake of talking more.
Yeah, brevity.
We're going to try, brevity. We also want to try and sort out a setup where both of us have a microphone of our own, because I'd like Dave to be more not necessarily vocal, but you can hear him. You got hiccups. You okay?
I don't have a hiccup.
All right. Sorry, Dave can't do hiccups. But if
it stays that way, we're fine.
Fingers crossed. The point is, the next stream is Penderyn, and that'll be on August the 25th.
We think.
Yeah, because the 24th's the gig.
Yeah.
25th Friday. We're not going to do it on... I saw that.
Yeah.
25th will be the Friday, and it'll be a live show. So yes, we won't be doing one on the Saturday because I have to come back on the Sunday anyway. But also we are going to be looking at on the follow-up stream in early September, doing the audience participation one. Now I'm going to ask you now, to those who are still here, if you do drink whiskey, he can't do hiccups though, Yempi. That's the problem. If you know anything about whiskey or don't, and you would like to now insert a whiskey that must always be in your bar, yeah? Put it in the chat. There is someone here who will take a screenshot of it and it will feature in that stream. Because we're going to talk about them. We're going to have all the tasting notes for every single different whiskey. We're going to talk about it. Because there are some we know. And it offers a great...
I feel like the weather has turned.
I see it on the window. It offers a great opportunity for us to sit here and discuss so many different whiskies, but we're not going to drink all those different whiskies. There's no point. We'll pull out a bottle and we'll just have a few glasses from it. It'll probably be a stream whiskey from what I buy in August. Yeah? Mortlack 12?
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Interesting.
You know, Dalmore 12. Jura 12. Glenkinchie 12. There's another one.
Yeah. I can't remember.
I can, because the basket's right here. It's on this page right here. Let's find out. Ignore that, I was just looking at random things. I don't know what Amaron is. Bunnahaven 12, that was it. I've already got a bottle and I was like, that's an easy one. Yeah, we will look into... Not that tweet. Yeah, we'll... that was Am with an E. Tweeting some rather funny cancer as always. Let me act like I know my stuff. Balvenie 12. Oh, we have a 5CL sample. We'll be drinking Balvenie because of you, Yempi, now. Well done. I have a bottle. Dave does too. No, you don't, do you?
I have a No, I don't have a bottle. I finished my bottle.
I have a bottle and a
I
sample.
need a new bottle.
You told me I have more than you?
You do have that one, yes.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I was surprised you wanted to go back and get the standard Balvenie. Whereas you've got all these new expressions now. And I'm like, I don't really want to have a collection of Balvenie. But when I finish my 12, I'll just go with one of the next ones, toasted or rose. Work your way up,
Yeah, so I do want to. I've obviously tried one. I do want to have their week repeat. So 14 and 17.
You have mentioned that, and they've got some newer ones now, actually. They've mentioned some new expressions, and I'm like, ooh. But yeah, the next stream is Penderyn, which will be all Dave's from all 7 bottles he has. I'm glad it's just the 7, because 8 would be in. You better
8 is enough.
Yeah, 7's more than enough. Jesus Christ. To be fair, I know at least 2 of them are great shots.
Yeah.
Madeira and Legend. We know this from our own experience anyway. Because Madeira, we've done a few bottles out in the past. And just for those who don't know, Madeira is... Glenfiddich is also nice. Valorous, do you think so? I agree. I actually have a small collection of Glenfiddich, but I have mostly experimentals.
Oh, that note.
he says that, but he doesn't really care for the 12, which we'll discuss in a later date. He's not a big fan of the 18. I maintain the 15's good. Reviews are always bad on it, but I think it's always
15 was okay.
It's disingenuous to attack the 15 for being so subtle, yet that's actually a key part of whiskey anyway. To find the subtle. If it already, I think it's disingenuous because you go into it attacking it for not being as impactful, but it's 40% ABV. What do you expect?
Yeah.
But at the same time, there are 40s there that have plenty in, and that's just a different process because Glenfiddich has always been very true to that, staying to its Wild Turkey and Johnny Walker. I mean, one of those does a honey liqueur I'd like to get my hands on. The other one's Johnny Walker. If that did a honey liqueur, though, I would drink that. Yeah. That's right, you do your thing. But yeah, we have the audience participation. So Glenfiddich has featured by a few people who have tweeted at us, and they've commented on Discord as well. I have the 12, the 14, the 15, and I have a few experimentals. I have the IPA, and I have the Orchard experimental. I think I have one more. 12, 14, 15. Yeah. I have the IPA. I have Orchard. I might have the XX. I might have experimental XX. I might. Glenfiddich's like a tea. It's not the strongest. But it's got a nice... I think it's... The 12 is a bit of a strange one. Balvenie... you've written that. Glenmorangie Nectar Dave has that. Black Bottle Valorous. I've had a bottle of Black Bottle. It was actually a stream whiskey. It was. Dave and I finished that. It was quite nice. Got a nice little smokiness to it. Absolutely. That's a brilliant whiskey. It's very affordable as well. I got a jigger with that. When my dad was in a car accident... I gave him my jigger from the Black Bottle I got, actually. It came with a jigger to help him out. Because I thought, you need some whiskey. All right, I'll hook you up, player. Gave him some spare bottles and we're all good. But yeah, we've got a nice selection. Oh, excuse me. My apologies. For those... for Leona, if you could do me a favour and screenshot this chat, I'd really appreciate it. Put it in the Cthulhu and Friend Show tab. That would help. Tullamore 12. I do have Tullamore 12. Mine's not open. I won't open that yet. I don't want to open it yet. I've got a lot of bottles that are open. I don't want to open that as well. But it is a valid whiskey to insert because it is a very good... I'd love to do an Irish age statement stream. But then one of the best ones, Jameson's, doesn't do many age statements. Actually, 18 I think is the only one. Whereas
20-something.
Yeah, but that's later.
Yeah.
I mean, like, to get to the standard, Bushmills does 10, Tullamore does 12.
Yeah, there's 16 Bushmills as well.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you go, what I meant was, if you go with the standard, you start with the lowest one.
Yeah.
10.
Pierce would be 5.
Pierce, yeah, that could be included. We've got Pierce, Bushmills, Tullamore, There's no Jameson's to 18.
Powers is
Nope.
not. Slane is not.
No. Paddy's is not.
No, Powers is not.
But yeah, we could look into that for a future stream. Leona, secretary, please write it down. Are you done for the evening whiskey-wise, or would you like another one?
No, I think I am.
Yeah, hiccups there, or are you okay?
No, hiccups are fine. It's
All
just
Well, I'll tell you what, I think we've done really well. We've done 2 hours 55. Is there anything you would like to say before we finish?
oh, thank you for my birthday present. No, it was a very enjoyable evening.
Is there any whiskey you were disappointed by, or you wished you hadn't had, or
No, actually, they're all nice. The 2 new ones were very nice. That was,
very different?
yeah, I mean, different is never.
So you mentioned how Founder's Reserve is a misleading name. I think Rich and Intense is also misleading on Captain's Reserve. It's rich, but not in the way I thought. When I hear rich, I think like a fruity cake, you know?
Yeah.
And I like rich foods. We know I've got a sweet tooth.
Or like a chocolate mousse. That's
Or death cake.
Yes, death cake.
The only cake to defeat me.
Yes.
The one that put me to sleep. I was vanquished by chocolate. Never again. I trained hard and put on 100 pounds just for that. No, I didn't. I did not get fat. Anyway, this is the first stream I can happily sit here and say every single one of these... Oh, crap. Sorry. There we go. Every single one of these whiskies, including Dave's brand new one, which isn't in the picture, which is this one, are absolutely banging. These absolutely smashed it.
Yes, there was not a disappointment among them.
No, but I would love to explore more with the Captain's Reserve, and probably the 15, actually. It's the first time I've ever tried it, so I need to try it more.
Yeah.
Your birthday whiskey, I don't care, it's yours. But the other two, yeah, definitely. No, I do care, but it's your birthday whiskey, you know what I mean? I don't touch it, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I really enjoyed this, and we will be back on August the 25th for a wonderful, weirdly, wildly wicked world of Welsh whiskey. Write that down, bitch. Please
say that 5 times quickly. Video evidence provided.
And if you do, you'll be shot in the face by John Wick, whose name might feature in the title as well. So anyway, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you all on August the 25th.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Say good night, Dave.
Good night, Dave.
Good night, Dave. Dr. Bain.